Okay, we are live. How you guys doing? Let me know if there's anything wrong with the audio. Should be fine. If you hear anything a little bit off, that's probably just because, well, I don't have my audio monitors in because I'm waiting for Luke to get here, because Luke's usually the one who gets the audio monitors, but he is particularly late today, although Luke is very bad at showing up on time in general. He said he would leave about 7:20. Said he'd be here about now. Should be here in a couple minutes. Hey, Walker Pierce, how you doing, man? Stream Elements bot running. Always count on Stream Elements to be here, even when it doesn't want to be. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing alright. The audio stream's current bitrate of 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio bitrate of 128 kilobytes per second. I'm pretty sure I have my audio bitrate set to higher than 0. I'm at 96 kilobytes per second, which to my knowledge was the highest recommended, but it may have been the lowest recommended. I don't know. Is the audio bad? That is the question that I am asking right now. Minus 360 bitrate. Yeah, somehow I'm like removing information from your computer. I'm hacking into all your computers. No, I don't think that's what's happening here. I'm trying to wait on Luke to get here because I really do want to like talk with him about this. I have a couple things I want to talk with him about, but if he's not here, he's not here. Nothing to be done about it. What I will do is I will take a moment to just go through some of my settings here. It's funny because the bitrate will say it's like in the red and it'll still be perfectly fine. So I don't know what's going on there, if it's like cutting out frame-wise for you guys or what. It's very weird to look at. I'm going through, so the ticker down here has been a major pain in the ass for me for a while. And I'm just kind of figuring out how to get it working in a way that I'm happy with, and I can't really. I need to go through and set it up properly. I just haven't done that yet. Although I might have some time tomorrow to do it before I head out. I've got some stuff, and this weekend's going to be busy, which is why I said I might cancel the DMC4 stream this weekend. I kind of want some time to just relax, although I'm not really going to get that in the evenings at any point because all my evenings are going to be filled up through the weekend. But it's not a huge deal. We're vibing today. I'm very tired. I woke up very early. I'm not going to get into why. Or rather, I woke up early and I stayed up, which is the problem. I can wake up early. I wake up like an hour before my alarm almost every day, but you know, and I don't have to get up until like 8 o'clock and I'm up at like 5:30. That kind of sucks. DMC -4. Maybe we'll get that DMC -4 soon. Oh, it's doing the thing again. No, I don't want you to play at 720p. I want you to play this goddamn video at 144p. But, you know what? I haven't done it in a while. Shoutouts to Too Mellow, by the way, for being just a phenomenal composer and performer, excellent musician. Dude's albums just slap. I highly recommend going to check out everything he's done, but particularly Memories of Tokyo To and Sounds of Tokyo To Future. Excellent albums. I cannot recommend them enough. Obviously, it's what you guys are listening to now for the most part. Almost every artist on this track on this playlist I've actually contacted personally and asked if they're okay with me using their their music for stream background music, and he was like, "Yeah, as long as you credit me." Well, that's what the ticker is for. I can't speak tonight. All integers can be negative if you try hard enough. Isn't an integer, by definition, 0 or a positive number? Or am I wrong? A whole number. Okay, no, my bad. I'm getting it confused with, like, natural numbers. I'm trying to remember, like, all the different spheres of numbers, because I haven't had to think about that in quite literally probably 4 years at this point. Very seldom does it come up outside of, like, calculus. Or, like, very advanced math. Or linear algebra, I suppose, to some extent. which is something I'm not good at, which is why I'm glad we have computers to do it. Because I am horrible at it, and I'm gonna... If I get back into robotics, I'm gonna need to relearn that shit. I'm not looking forward to it. But, yeah, I'm just vibing right now. I don't know what happened to Luke. I mean, the roads aren't bad here. It's just been raining the whole day. So I don't know where he is, if he's just, like, driving in slow or what. He got lost. I have no idea. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good day. Hope you've been having a good week. Taking care of yourselves. I'm, like I said, I'm trying to save, like, all the somewhat interesting stuff that happened today. Although, admittedly, not much happens on Fridays. I'm sitting in my room for the most part and just working on whatever projects I need to do for work. But there's a couple interesting things that happened today that I'm looking out for and hoping. Every once in a while you just see something weird come across, and that's sort of what happened today. I can explain it to Luke briefly, I guess, when he gets here. Hope everything's going good for me too. I'm okay, Brie. Thank you very much. I'm doing alright. I'm tired. Emotionally and physically. Nothing that really happened today, per se, other than me getting up way too early. But, it's just been a lot the past month. But I'm doing alright. I'll be okay. Going to see some friends this weekend and kind of just distract myself instead of, honestly, what I should probably do is rest. But yeah, I'm finally starting to feel a little bit more like myself again. Although I probably don't sound like it right now. I would set up... I guess I can kind of set up face cam. Y'all want selfie cam? Because that's what you're going to get if I end up doing face cam for the moment. Because I don't feel like setting on my stand, and Luke's going to want it... Luke doesn't want to be on camera. So I'm going to have to turn that off as soon as he jumps in. Or we can see what's happening on my Wii. I've got the Wii hooked up and running, so I mean, we can just check and see if there's anything on here. What do we got on here? What is on here? Go to gameplay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got... Oh, man. Some of this is my brother's stuff. So we had a bunch more stuff on this, or not on this Wii, but we had a bunch more stuff on the Wii, like a bunch of WiiWare games. But my brother, years ago at this point, broke the Wii by, like, I forget exactly what he was trying to do. He was using a GameCube controller and he had it, like, under a blanket, and he, like, stood up and the blanket fell off and just yanked the Wii off of the stand that it was on. We used to have a ton of WiiWare games on here. World of Goo is one that comes to mind. We have My Pokemon Ranch, but now we've only got this single image of a Regice that we transferred over into My Pokemon Ranch. And I have no idea. I don't want to go through the process of figuring out how to homebrew this thing and then booting into My Pokemon Ranch. Not like we get anything interesting out of that, other than maybe a Mew if we caught everything and transferred it over. Which was a thing in My Pokemon Ranch. It was like Pokemon Home, but, you know, actually kind of interesting. They had little caricatured versions of basically every Pokemon, and they all had little personality traits, and they would base, you know, like Pokemon have their personalities, and they would, like, do certain actions based on their personality traits, and you could get them little toys, and there were these massive ranches that you could end up getting, or you just keep all your Pokemon in them. Yeah, Regice. Goofy little dude. Single image on this Wii. I think it's the only image in the photo channel. Although it is Photo Channel 1.1, I think there was an exploit that let you do homebrew in Photo Channel 1.0. I might be wrong there. We've got the internet channel running on the world's shittiest version of Opera. We got the forecast channel. What else do we got on here? What is going on with the audio here? Hold on. I'm going to take off some of these filters just so you guys can hear what's going on the Wii. Maybe a little bit better. I know it's not going to be super loud regardless. But we got WarioWare DIY. That's a decent game. Space Harrier 2 is not something I'm particularly fond of. Super Mario Bros. 3. You know what? Fuck it. Can I play it with the Wiimote? Because if I can play it with the Wiimote, I will play Super Mario Bros. 3, and we're just going to see how far we get till Luke gets here. It was very quiet. Oh, wow. Although it keeps switching resolutions and my capture card's very confused. We already had a file going, wow. Why is the color feels really, really muted here, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, I can play with the Wiimote, let's go. The Wii era was a very interesting time, Walker Pierce. All the virtual console games, and, you know, I mean, I had this game, I had Super Mario Bros. Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, which is the Game Boy Advance version of this game. Nice, dumbass. Which, by the way, Super Mario Bros. 3, very hard game comparatively to, like, Super Mario World. Oh no, the Micro Goombas. Not a fan of these. They just stuff your jumps, is all they do. That's what I get for trying to look at chat. The game's hard, man. I'm just not good at it either, but, like, you know, I played this game when I was a kid to death, and I don't think I ever beat it. That being said, there is something, you know, I always shit on, like, older games for having, like, different, like, gameplay styles and, you know, being, like, more akin to, like, arcade games where they're just made with the intent of being very difficult. That cheap. That cheap was cheap. But, like, there is definitely a large amount of replay value for a game like this. This game is... It's not short by any means. It's still several hours to beat, even if you perfectly finish everything in the game. But, you know, it's always very strange to go back to it. Is this really the whole level? That was a very short level. Can you guys hear the game okay? Is it too loud, too quiet? Let me know. Because I know that the Retro Tank tends to output sound kind of low. Oh, and the bridges are out, so we can't get over it, but we have to go fight the Hammer Bro now and probably lose a life doing it. I don't know, I'm not that stupid. I'm not, like, awful at fighting Hammer Bros. Specifically this one. This one's not hard. Starman. Sick. But yeah, I used to play the shit out of this game. I don't play many Mario games anymore, but, like, this game was my jam for many years. Many years. Frog suit. Frog suit. I almost said froggy chair just like on instinct, because I've been hearing I watch so many people who play Nintendo games, and I have nothing against Nintendo as a company, but they can do a lot, they have a lot of weird, shitty business practices occasionally. And I was talking with some of my friends, and a lot of them just end up playing, you know, a shit ton of Nintendo games. A lot of them play Nintendo games, especially on Twitch. They'll play, you know, anything from Mario games to, you know, Animal Crossing. What's some of the other weird ones that I've seen recently? A lot of Pokemon. I've seen a lot of Legends Arceus, although that's been everywhere because everybody's been kind of excited for it, understandably so. It's a new Pokemon game, and it's a different type of Pokemon game, which is something we really haven't seen in a very long time. It's strange. Legends Arceus is a spin-off game in the sense that like it's not a mainline Pokemon game. It's not the same as a mainline Pokemon game. But they had the main team be developing it for the last maybe year or two. Ancient, antiquated business practice or business structure. Yes, that's the problem with Nintendo. It is old Japanese men doing old Japanese men things in businesses, and I don't appreciate them. Nice. How many lives do I have? 14! Holy shit. Yeah, it's ancient fucking practices that are just, like, not good at all. Those shouldn't be flickering like that. Nice. I didn't know you could jump on them when they throw the ball. A main series spin-off game. Yeah, it's that's effectively what it is. Nice. I got him though. That's effectively what it is. It's a game that they're banking on. which is strange for Nintendo and Game Freak and say what you want about it. Also, this is the best way to play this game. You just kind of yeet yourself across the map. If you have good reaction times, you're usually fine. But yeah, it's very interesting that they've hedged their bets on, like, Game Freak and Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have hedged their bets on this, of all things. Although it's nice to see Animal Crossing New Horizons, like, you know, not super recently, but in the past few years, it's been nice to see Animal Crossing make a resurgence and become popular. Because Animal Crossing, I think, is a good series, and I think that the developers generally do a pretty good job. I'll say we're definitely missing some features in Pokemon, or in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Speaking of missing features, may as well talk about what the thing that's actually on my mind. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I haven't played it, so I can't say, like, for sure, but I've watched a ton of people do gameplay of it. It looks like they made a full-fledged RPG. Like, a full-fledged text-based RPG, and people started to complain about it. Because Pokemon's very obviously not an RPG series, of course. It just kind of made me chuckle how many people were like, oh, I don't want text, I just want to play the Pokemon game, and I'm like, you realize you're playing, like, a role-playing game, right? That's what Pokemon is. Like, you're supposed to be playing a role-playing game. I forgot these horrible things existed. Oh, sounds like Luke might be here, so we might be cutting this session short, but, yeah, it's just really strange, I guess, to think about, like, how many people don't like the new Pokemon game solely off of the basis that it's not the same. In reality... Oh, God. I want to fuck this up so bad. Boom, boom. Please be nice. Boom, boom. Get out of the fucking sky. Nope. Okay. Stretchy booze. Yeah, I hear Luke, though. Luke's heading in.
Oh, shoot.
He's here. He's here, guys.
My brother's Trace.
Yeah, I got bored.
Okay.
It's like, what's on the Wii?
That's on the Wii.
I don't remember what's on this Wii. Also,
Oh, it's on there already.
yeah, it was already on the Wii.
Hmm.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Have you not seen that?
Dude, most memes I don't know about.
Hold on. Okay, let me show him what the dog doing, but we're gonna get started here in a minute. Luke, how you been?
Pretty good. It's a little cold.
It's a little chilly, but honestly, it's so much better than it has been lately.
That's true.
That, like, I'm very happy. I cannot stand the fucking cold, dude.
I don't like it either.
There's a reason I didn't take the outside job, even though it paid better. Well, on paper, it paid better.
I had a... Wait, why are there two chairs here?
Because the desk came with two chairs. You can move, like,
I mean,
out
in this
a little
proximity.
bit. You can move back a little bit. I just pulled it out for you.
Ah.
Anyway, Luke, how you been?
Pretty good.
You're late, Luke. He's here.
You're
Unacceptable.
late, yeah, I am. He's here.
Yeah,
That
Luke's
sounds
here.
like it's in response that you're late. Well, he's here, isn't he?
Remember, kids, Luke is never late.
I always arrive when I'm needed.
And like when we're playing Negan IO.
Negan IO.
You remember? That's the same
That's like
file,
someone's trying to convince in the season 13 finale, someone's trying to convince Negan they should do something, but then they get surprised by a zombie. Negan, oh!
Yeah, just
Oh! Oh! That's it. I know that meme where it's like the reaction is just like, oop.
yeah, that one's funny.
Oh,
yeah, just
because you're like, oh yeah, and I mean, I'm thinking and I'm talking and I know something over here and I go, oop.
Hey guys, I'm here in Anne Orlando and I
That's a completely visual.
No, it is, but like I knew you knew what I was gonna
Yeah.
do. That was the important part. All right, hold on. Let me show him what the dog doing.
Again, all visual stuff.
I mean, like I can always. So the goal is eventually I'm gonna have a dude editing shit.
If we reference something, put it in.
No, like he's gonna make YouTube shorts for me. He's like offered.
Okay.
It's a friend of mine.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a nice dude. I just like we just need to agree on like what we're gonna do and everything.
We just have creative differences.
We do. We do.
Oh, really?
No. No, I haven't worked with him before, so I can't really say
Gotcha.
like for sure. But like what, I'm just like, look, man, you take like you edit down my YouTube videos and make little YouTube shorts, and we'll call it good. And it's gonna be like $10 a video or something because he's dirt cheap.
There are so many. like clips in podcasts I listen to where I'm like, I don't want to send you the whole thing. I just want you to get this one little nugget of comedy.
Right, and that's why because like it's a lot of commitment. This is something that you talk about a lot when you're doing content creation. It's like it's a lot of commitment to sit down and listen to somebody stream or like, and there's a couple things to it. It's like if you're listening to a full podcast, obviously that's edited, but it's still a really big time commitment to sit down and listen to a full podcast, right?
Sorry. Was Walker saying, and now we wait in reference to me not being here?
No, that was in reference to me not starting the stream yet because he
Gotcha.
comes here like a half hour early. 10K a video, take it or leave it in pennies. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't supposed to start until 11:30. Gotcha.
But
10K a video.
but the thing is when you sit down and like you have like a long form media piece, that's a lot of time commitment for somebody to sit down and like listen to. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but a lot of people are just gonna say no, I don't feel like putting in that time commitment just to like get some stupid joke or just to like try and get some enjoyment out of this. I'd rather have something now. People do like, you know, instant gratification. It's just sort of
People just like shorter times, I guess.
yeah, people just they like being able to get things in a shorter amount of time because that just makes sense.
I mean, I feel like shorter videos just like consistently get more clicks and stuff than longer ones do.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's easier to ask for that time commitment to sit down and watch a video.
Yeah, it's definitely more digestible too.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, it's, you know, the
Yeah,
a whole lore.
And so, like, you know, I can sit here and stream all I want. Shit, I streamed the Bloodborne demake yesterday, and actually I had people come in, but like
I
was
didn't see the clip, but I saw the game.
that was a rare occurrence, though. Was the thing like you don't see that many people just come in here and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and then like you know actually stick around in that.
Right, it's usually like 2 or 3 people just chilling out.
Yeah, and there's nothing inherent. I don't care about. I'm at peace with that. I don't really care that much.
Oh, it makes me feel better.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not a big deal for me. I'm like, cool, we're good. But you know, when you sit down,
I feel better that there's few people. Yeah, no, I just mean it's like, yeah, it's like a chiller group. There's only like 3 or 4 names to keep track of, and
yeah,
like,
exactly.
sitting around with pals and just being like, oh yeah, if you were going to a party where there was like, that's why you don't go to clubs and stuff because there's like way too many people.
Well, we don't go to clubs because they don't exist around here.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like,
You lose that engagement, that one-on-one.
right. No, and there's something nice about that.
Blood Bard.
Bloodboard.
Oh, Bloodborne.
But you know,
I think it's usually just Walker watching us play games.
no, it's Walker, and there's a couple people who lurk in the chat that I know of.
Right.
But I didn't ping the Discord, did I? Fuck. Hold up.
I meant that as a dig at us, not a Walker,
I know.
by the way.
I know. No, like we're not. Walker's my mod. He's got to be here, or he doesn't have to be
He
here.
has to be here.
He doesn't have to be here, but it's
I
appreciated
haven't
that he's
forgotten
here.
what happened overseas.
it was Walker
He
Pearson's
has to be here.
It was Walker Pierce's birthday yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh, well, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like it's just that I know we're just sitting on the fucking menu screen. I'm taking care of a couple things.
Can they see what's on the left side or the right side? The
right side.
That's the game. Yeah.
They can see whatever the hell is on the screen, which isn't always the right side, but it is right now.
Is the Bloodborne PSX a free download or?
It's a free download. It's a fan made project, and it has. Yeah, I know it's just been you here before, man. I don't care. It's saying concurrent viewers 1 right now, so I don't know.
It has been just me before. Yeah, that's fine.
You have been just you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have read that a little bit more carefully.
I has been just me before.
I am only me. But where's the link? How do I get the fucking link to this again? Ah, there it is.
I'm bad and that's good.
I'm good and that's bad.
I'm good. I will never be good and that's not bad.
Yeah?
There's no one I'd rather be than me. Do you know what that's from?
I don't remember. No.
Okay. Points to whoever in the chat knows what that quote's from. And
I mean, honestly, I just don't understand a lot of fucking media references. Like, I understand a lot of, like,
fine.
weird internet media shit. But then, like, somebody's, like, referencing something, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'll
this
know.
is a mainstream movie.
I don't know mainstream shit.
It's from 2014,
2014.
so not that modern. So it was in the mainstream, but not.
Yeah. No, I probably heard of the movie. I may have even seen it, but it does
You
not
have
ring a
seen this
bell.
movie.
I have seen the movie, so it's something we've watched.
Not together, but you've seen it.
Okay.
Because you know about it whenever we've talked about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just don't remember quotes that well.
Okay, yeah.
You just gonna leave it?
What I want to see is go back to the chat.
Hold on. Via at YouTube. No, fuck that. I'm not typing that shit out.
My brother and I are going to watch Encanto this weekend. No spoilers. No. I just realized that they're going to spoil it for me now that I know it's fine.
What were we watching?
My brother and I are going to watch Encanto this weekend.
Oh, I still haven't watched it. I don't own any platform that has it, and I'm just tired.
Yep. Walker got it.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph when he's
I
about
did
to
not
die.
watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I never
thought
watched
you knew
it.
who it was because I thought the reason I thought you knew that movie is because you know the Satine part.
Yes, because that's good. I like that. Because
Yes, I got someone to clip this short out for me and just watch the part of the
that's
movie I
it,
would
dude.
like.
That's it.
I paid him $10 a clip. That's what I do when I don't want to read a book. I just pay someone to read it, and then I have them cut out pages of the book I'll like.
Dude, I want to get rich enough to the point where I can do that. Just because that sounds like such a ridiculous concept.
It's one of those like awful rich people things.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow.
I'm just gonna like ping with the link and we're just gonna call it a day. Fuck it. Let me go play video game. When he's about to die, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, hold up. We got what the dog doing and then we'll start talking some more. That's it. It's just a bunch of dudes.
Someone had to lower their dog's
Yeah.
paw into the headshot.
What the dog doing? I heard it ping, probably the Discord. I can guarantee you it was the Discord because I hit the enter button about 30 seconds ago. But, yeah, so, you know, I like I was saying, like, it's really hard to, like, make digestible content. I always forget how fast this game's load times are. That's kind of nice, actually.
Ooh, I beat the first game of the Spyro Reignited trilogy on the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
No lies detected about the load time screens.
Dude, it's worse on the Switch. I'm so sorry.
Not good.
It's bad on everything.
good.
Okay, for the record, you are not alone. It is bad on every platform.
Fair
Like,
enough.
just outright.
When you die, it actually takes like 10 or 15
I
seconds
know.
to get back to the game.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this?
That's something Celeste spoiled me on. Like, when I die, I should just get right back to the game and get right back into the thing.
Right,
before I
because
lose
that's
the muscle
good.
memory.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to waste time.
Right.
It's recreation.
So if I remember right, we already had everything set up. Although I don't think we found the heart. Oh, we didn't talk to Merlon and get the
Up at the
heart.
top?
Yeah.
No, in the house.
Yeah, so like it's hard to like, you know, sit down and say like, hey, you should click on this like random YouTube stream that's not only long form content, so you'd have to watch it for a long time to really get anything like enjoyable out of it, gratification wise. But it's also not edited content; it's live content. So there's like less content going on there.
Yep, there's way more.
actually
it's
outside
real life
flip
speech,
side.
so there's more beats, like dead beats, like pauses.
Like dead beats.
Yeah, dead beats of silence.
No, I know. It's
Dead
just,
is in there's no.
no, I just like deadbeat is in like
Yeah.
the dad who doesn't come back home or something.
It's
Not
always
as
a-
in.
man-
It's always a dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's always deadbeat dads. You never hear about deadbeat moms.
They exist. You watched Yu Yu
I'm sure they
Hakusho?
exist. Now his mom was.
She was a floozy.
She was, which is fine by the way.
There's nothing inherently wrong
No,
with
I
it.
don't know.
His mom had problems.
Was she a floozy?
I don't think she was,
Was
a
that like
floozy.
was it established that she was a loose woman?
I mean, like, it does get mentioned a couple times because there's a couple scenes where she's like, it's very obviously mentioned that she's not only just drunk constantly, but she's also
She is
just
drunk.
running out to bars and like hanging out with guys, and that's how
Is-
she's like sustaining herself.
No. It's just I can't say anything about his dad because it's a spoiler. But his dad is less present than her.
That's true.
But he just has two
he just has shit parents.
not great parents. I mean, I do like I still like his mom as a character.
Yeah. Can I do this yet?
That's a space rift. I hear
It's here. It's
they
I hear these
conceal
fun
hidden
things.
it's a space rift.
It's a space rift. I was thinking about people. So in Queen Rowlet's chat, she added the ability to basically. There's just a bunch of little Rowlets every time somebody pops up. Like
Okay.
a new user pops up and starts talking in chat. A little Rowlet
On
pops
the-
up on the
on
bottom
the- on
on the
like
bottom of the screen.
On the Twitch HUD, it like
Yeah.
pops up. It's like
Yeah, on her screen it pops up at the bottom of
a
the
little
screen. It's
added
just-
little bump
Mhm.
on
It's
the
a
right,
little, it's a little Rowlet, and
right or left or whatever corner.
and it was very it was very funny because everybody started calling them footballs because Rowlets kind of look like footballs because they're just like orbs when they don't have their wings out.
A non-American football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean either or realistically, but like they look like a ball.
Yes.
And so Queen Rowlet was somebody people kept mentioning footballs and I started thinking about the
You could punt one like a football.
Right.
You take air.
right. No, but I was thinking about
That's how the Decidueye release them from the nest.
yeah.
When they're when they're ready to go. and then they shoot it with an arrow, skeet style, and it's in the air. All right, sorry, carry on.
I was thinking about the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the football clip.
Oh yeah.
It's a football.
That was a really good edit. I remember you doing when we joked about that years ago.
That was like one of the first things I sat down and edited for the channel properly.
I didn't know about that. Like, I just thought Eric was riffing.
No.
When he quoted the It's a Stone Luigi.
No, that's a real... the It's a Stone Luigi bit is a real bit.
Yes.
It's a Stone Luigi.
I would love to play more Mario Party whenever you get the chance.
We can definitely do that at some point. Mario Party's a game that I just like very seldom think about.
It's very dumb and not fair, but I do love it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good game for basically that.
Yes,
Just being
yes.
dumb and, like, it's a good party game in the sense that, like, you don't need a whole lot of skill to play it.
Right. And it wouldn't be like, you wouldn't have these amazing upsets unless completely unfair star steals just happened all the time.
Right. And, there are ways to strategize, but when it comes down to it, it's just, whatever.
It looks like we have to provide papers. Like, this is what I'm expecting. We're gonna have to make sure our document's in order. This is what this looks like to me.
This was just me, like, accidentally hitting the, tell me about it again button by accident.
I just mean the whole, like, image of us in this weird little sort of room.
Oh, fair. There's a game
And
around
the dude
that.
with the hat.
There's a game around that, well, kind of around that concept. It's called Papers, Please.
Papers, Please?
Yeah,
I think I've heard of it.
It's a game where you're in some made-up Eastern Bloc country, and you're the one who gets to approve or deny people's paperwork. And you're
Eastern Bloc, like East Europe?
Yeah, like Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
like during like
okay.
Soviet era Eastern
You're
Bloc.
in a Soviet satellite.
You're in the Soviet satellite.
Okay.
And you're like supposedly. I forget if Veronica says anything decent.
Is it modern day or is it during Cold War? You just said. Did you say Cold War?
It is. It is during the Cold War.
During the Cold War.
Or like during at least some point around that era.
Right.
And so you're basically the border control. You get to approve or deny who gets to go where, or who gets to leave the country and who gets to come in.
I always think about the scene in Avatar where they go through the border check at Ba Sing Se,
Yeah.
and like refugees get turned away because they don't have such and such document or whatever, even though like Fire Nation burned it all up.
Right.
Like that show just like brings so many real world problems to light.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that genuinely, like, people have to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to
Whole
her lovely.
communities of people have dealt with that.
Yeah. It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
It's a football.
You found it. You can't make a rock. The earth does it.
Luigi touched some air and it formed into a rock.
I just took some sand and squeezed real hard. Luigi, you don't have that kind of finger strength. I didn't say I used my fingers, Mario.
Yeah, it'd be funnier. Okay, you know where that would be funnier is if you use the word clenched.
And then clenched really hard.
Yeah, that's the only difference I would make to that line. That's the, because that would
have that kind of finger strength.
that would perfectly fit in a '90s like kids show too, like that sort of wording.
Yeah. It would be an adult joke type of thing, and the kids would go, ha ha ha. What does this mean? And the parents are like, turn off. If you pay just a few coins, I'll tell you the path you need to follow next. Oh,
Sure, 25
isn't
coins.
she? Is she also the same one that had the fly around her?
I know this is a different one.
Okay.
There's a bunch of these. These guys are all like from some ancient tribe. Is the thing here? I'm gonna actually try and read this and not just mash through the text
Right.
because we just paid money for it.
Try not to skip it. We did earn it. I see your destined path. You flip outside of Merlin's house and proceed out of downtown Flipside.
Flip outside of Merlin's house. You find a pipe with bricks capping its top. Oh,
You find pipe.
okay. No, I know where we need to go now. I thought we were going somewhere else.
Ripping O-rings. Would you like to get through Wonderland?
No, I thought we were going in a different. I thought we were doing the other one that I was sitting there for like 5 minutes on. Because that's another one entirely. So flip outside of Merlin's house and go out of town. This is the shortcut pipe. It's up on the other side. Okay. I'm good now. I got it.
Isn't this Merlin's house?
Yeah, that's Merlin's house. We want to flip here. Because there's this gate here. And now we're good. Because now we've got Boomer.
Ah, yes, and we can blow up those red bricks.
Yeah.
I've never seen a red brick in a Mario game. It's usually like brown or yellowish bricks.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I mean, like, it's all kind of whatever.
Say, like, I feel like in some games they're probably red. I just feel like you don't see red and yellow side by side like that.
Right.
Unless they mean different things. I don't know.
I have no... I mean, like, I would assume that they would, but that'd be a game context-dependent thing and not necessarily something we would really care about.
Oh, shoot. It's half an elevator.
Oh.
And a musical note.
Can I not do this one yet?
What,
Is this not the place I'm supposed to be?
I mean, it honestly looks like a different pixel.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a pixel. It's just, we don't have that one yet.
Right, you told us about a future we couldn't do yet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like...
I would love it if there were fortune tellers that were, like, telling you fortunes, but, like, only if you really applied yourself. You're never actually going to do it.
Yeah.
They could just tell you, like, I see you winning the World Series. If you really try, it's like,
that's how
if you diet.
That's basically that's like kind of how the oracles worked. The oracles would provide very, very vague. It's not quite the same way, but oracles, like the oracles of Delphi in Greece, would provide like really, really vague, like prophecies.
Yes, the most fortune tellers do go vague.
Yeah, but like they'd be really vague. Like they'd be like
they'd be fortune cookie vague.
It'd be like I'm going to it's like you'd have like entire armies and you have generals like go to the oracle to see who would like, you know, they're like, what, you know, are we gonna win this? How do I win this? And they would just say like, I foresee a great victory in the future, and that's all you would get out of them.
A great victory.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, if you have a half a brain cell, you probably realize that this is not going to work the way you think it's going to work, but you know what? Sure.
And if you have a full brain cell, you think that oracle is a typical woman.
Yes. It's probably just a normal woman who is high off her ass.
No, I'm saying brain cell, a typical woman that lies all the time. Brain cell spelled the bad
CDL.
way. Yes, thank you.
Like Carl.
Spelled like Carl, yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Jimmy! You gotta stop, Jimmy! You're taking the red pill! We're going back to this shit.
Squiglets. Or squigs.
These are squigs, yep. Good, you're remembering.
Hey.
I hear a feeling stumped.
They've got the purple tint of maturity.
Is that what happens? The squiglets
it's like
are pink.
Puberty. Alright, little squiglet, you gotta understand what puberty is. Oh no, Dad. It's okay, son, you're just gonna turn purple.
That's all that's gonna happen.
Seem so bad. It's the most painful experience squigs go through in their entire life, turning purple.
You also learn how to spit coconuts. No, they don't ever stop coming in.
I'm just gonna turn purple. Oh my gosh! It's just like the most painful experience, just to turn the color of your skin.
I mean, like, I would imagine that'd be kind of painful. You do have to change skin pigments at that point.
It feels like you have a sunburn all the time. That would actually be my absolute nightmare.
That would suck.
You would just be trapped in your own body all the time.
Sunbirds, I mean, like, we're already doing that.
No, but it's a cozy home.
Yeah, but we're trapped. We're trapped in them.
I don't see it as a trap. I see it as like...
I mean, like, it's not like we're not in control.
If I get in my Gundam, am I like, oh no, I'm trapped in the Gundam? I'm like, look at this dope Gundam I have. I'm going to brag as everyone looks in awe at my dope Gundam. Oh no, he's trapped in the Gundam. I'm gonna live here by choice.
You know what? Maybe I should show you Armored Core 5.
Send all my food up the elevator of this dank body I live in.
What was I talking about the other day? Oh, right. So, FromSoft has officially announced Armored Core 6, which is exciting.
Sorry. Carry on.
Oh, good. You're good.
No doubt, I'm not surprised if there's some sort of anime or game or whatever where it's like, what if it was the staple genre, but awful? You know what I mean?
That's just, that's called, okay, as far as Gundam goes, that's just called Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's just like that entire show is like very philosophical and like, what if it sucked? What if this was awful? What if everything was terrible? But,
what if Transformers, but there were only Decepticons?
Yeah. Yeah, as far as like, you know, recent news, I guess, FromSoft has announced Armored Core 6, I believe, or at least we've gotten like rumors of it. Which is exciting for me because I actually like the Armored Core franchise, although they haven't really made a new one in forever because Dark Souls caught on really, really hard And then
Does it predate Dark Souls?
Yes, Armored Core is the series that FromSoft made before Dark Souls. Well, one of them. I should be more specific there. But they made like mech games and they made like dungeon crawling games and stuff like that. They made a bunch of different stuff. They made Kingsfield, which is not a game that I would expect you to know about because it's very obscure and like not very good. But they made all sorts of, and they also made like mech games like Armored Core. That was like one of their main series for a while. But what I loved about I only ever played Armored Core 5 and 3. If you want.
Not to
do you want to put the echo on?
Mario and his new... Oh, okay. Mario and his new friends opened the door, unsure of what they would find. All the while, Merle's words about finding the other two heroes rang in their minds. Were these other heroes somewhere in this new world? If not, where? Meanwhile, the creeping void grew larger in the skies above Flipside. The hopes of all worlds rested on the heroes finding the next pure heart.
Good job catching yourself in the middle of that line.
Because
You almost stumbled over your words.
I almost said, well, it's because heart was below heroes.
Oh, this is like my favorite world.
I almost read heart and heroes flipped.
Yeah. First appearance of the Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, Kingsfield was the first appearance of the Moonlight Greatsword. Let me give us a second here. Luke, I'm going to connect your headphones.
Oh, sure.
If you want to turn them on real quick, and I'll go ahead and...
Go ahead. I'll let you know when to connect.
Are we back? I think we're good. I don't know why the microphone cut out, but we're back. I think. Oh, man. I love this fucking world, but it is a pain in the ass, and I'm probably going to be doing some more looking things up to avoid running all over the goddamn place.
Oh, no. Oh, you did his laugh, so I thought you were going to
Yeah, no, that was not the game.
Okay. No, I'm saying I was waiting for you to read because I thought you were doing his voice because you did laugh.
My friends at digibutter.ner are going to freak when they get word of this find.
digibutter.ner.
I must bring it home. I can't miss this week's episode of the Grotus Chronicles, which is funny because that's the last game. That's a reference to the last
he's
game.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, now I don't hear anything.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No thing? Nuthu?
Okay, got it.
Good.
It's back.
Okay. No way I'm going to entrust my digital recorder meow to tape an episode so epic.
Is he in some sort of like... No, those are his feet. Okay.
What'd you think he was in, like a scooter or something?
Well, he's doing a very wide stance. I thought he was on top of like a little like scooter that they use in grocery stores.
You know, that might be an intentional like thing that's supposed to represent that. Anyway, so now we get this fucking nerd that we get to chase down to get Tippy back.
As I say, what a weird...
The game is extremely quiet. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't even look like a Mario character, to be honest. But then again, we're dimension hopping.
Yeah, that's the point. The game is extremely quiet. I mean, like, there's only so much I can really do about that. I can turn the compressor back on. that should help make it a little bit less quiet, but there's not a whole lot I can do beyond that, unfortunately.
What were the settings on before? What were the settings on before?
I mean, like, it should be fine. This is about where I keep it anyway. Oh, we got a bot.
Vom.red.
They just, like, spam random links.
Okay.
But they don't even do it well. They spam a single
I'm
message.
seeing red, and you're about to make me vom. All right, bot. Get out of here.
Please stop shortening vomit to vom, because that's at least the second time you've done it.
I'm gonna vom. I'm gonna vom. It's like, it's all you can really get. I don't even think the first time that was popularized, it was intentional. They're just like, I'm gonna vom.
Yeah, somebody was just in the middle of it.
The shocking scene occurred right before my very own tender eyes. I guess that's a wrap for that pixel. Oh, she's dead. Now that freak Francis has got her. The Bitlands.
Lurky, how you doing, Kasai? It is late as fuck for you, my man.
Oh, like
It's
the
a mess.
Badlands.
Yeah.
Sorry. Who's this guy? Friend of the butterfly girl that got nabbed? Oh, it's so cute. You see her as a girl because, you know, you're equals.
Yeah.
Not just toys that look playthings like Mario sees them as. That geek that grabbed her, Francis, basically the nerd to end all nerds. He's got this thing for butterflies, and well, all things nerdy too.
You see, you say Butterfly Girl, and I keep thinking about Narmaya from Granblue, because she's also just referenced as Butterfly Girl. Like, literally, her song in Granblue Versus is just called Butterfly Girl.
Isn't there a song called Butterfly Boy?
Is there?
Butterfly Boy.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, never mind. If he gets his sweaty something, he collects stuff and keeps it in his big fantasy fortress. It's like Geek Paradise. Oh no, this is gonna be like an attack on a like if this is a Japanese game, so it's gonna be like definitely self-aware of otaku culture.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's very good, though.
Gotcha.
I enjoy the hell out of this.
You want to know where Fort Francis is?
Mario might be the bad guy. I think Mario just is the bad guy. I think we've agreed on that.
He's essentially doing what Thanos did, but he's doing it first.
Yeah.
Traveling all around to the different worlds and getting their most important gemstones.
Whatever the most important thing is, he's grabbing all of it and then using it for something.
Give me all. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I want all your MacGuffins right now in the bag.
I mean, like, a lot of the time these sorts of stories do just come down to, okay, you collected all the things. What do you want to use it for? Mm-hmm. That's just what it is.
It's usually some all-powerful item.
Yeah. In this case, we're just doing it to stop worlds from being destroyed.
Well, you're not thinking of infiltrating that nerd lair and rescuing her, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Look, nobody likes having their butterfly kidnapped by a geek, but it's dangerous. I know what you're thinking, Mario, alright?
Oh, we get... No,
you don't want to get Mr. Steal Your Girl actually stealing your girl.
I wish I had the GIF, the Guess Again nerd GIF. Because that's from the last game, but it fits very well in this entire thing.
And nerd.
It's just, instead of being a nice person, you can just have Mario say, Guess Again, nerd.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the choices in
right, okay. Still set on it, eh? What a tender moment. I think I got something in my eye here. Listen, let me give you some tips. Listening good. All I got for you is 3 critical hits. You say 3 critical hits? Like he can make us do critical hits?
No, he said tips.
Oh, okay. A bunch of no-class jerks are holed up in the castle up ahead. It ain't gonna be easy getting past them, but here's the juice. It's an old castle. You do your thing with that red X mark, and maybe something will happen for you. A red X mark. Now for the second tip. If you somehow pass those clowns in the castle, you'll see an ocean. Can't miss it. I feel like I'm getting instructions from an NPC in Breath of the Wild of how to, like...
Yeah, no.
At one of the stables, how to get into the Hyrule Mansion or whatever it is.
I like games... I like open world games that don't have quest markers, so I kind of like people who are just like, hey, here's how you get into this. And like, that's why I like... I've been playing fucking Morrowind recently.
Really?
Yeah. It's a game from 2001.
Right, same people that did Skyrim?
Yeah, same people. And like... It's always very interesting because you just have to sit there and consult the journal and be like, where the fuck is this place again? And like, you actually have to sit down and like realize, like, you have to sit down and understand the world to some extent. Okay. It like gives you a better understanding of the world. It helps you like role play in the world more because now you have to actually understand what the fuck the game is once you do.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, no, it's neat. It definitely, the game is like old and janky and doesn't function very well sometimes.
Yeah,
but, like,
that would be like if Dark Souls sort of required you to like actually read the flavor to know like how to use certain items.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up, but...
You can look... I mean, like, you need to do that... Yeah, it does help in some cases in Dark Souls. Not super often, but I think there's a couple items where it does say,
yeah,
like...
as I said it, I was like, oh, it's probably just good to have knowledge. But what I mean
is good to have that knowledge, but...
Something where the thing that it tells you would be necessary to progress. Not that, like, you want to kind of be careful with that. You don't want to hide a hint that's necessary for progression too far down into, you know,
Yeah.
the wall of text.
Welcome to, I forget the name of this land already.
Bitlands.
Bitland?
Yeah, because
That
they're like
makes
the
sense.
Badlands.
Well, it's the Bitlands, but it's also like bits, like computer bits.
Yeah, it's made out of bits. The
That's-
itty bitty Bitland committee.
Okay. We can roll with that joke. Where you want to go with that one next?
No, that's the only riff that there is for that.
Ooh. I was talking with a bunch of my friends. Whenever going to a Discord call, a lot of the time, the first thing I'll do is I'll make a noise like I'm really scared or like I just fell into the place. Just like, like just out of nowhere. That's the first
Like
thing I'll
you've been
do in the call.
shunted into this reality.
Yeah, just being generally an idiot about it. And so I'm like, what if I just started streams like that? And somebody was like, you should just do that. Start on like a black screen, and then just like immediately clip to like just like no transition screen whatsoever. It just immediately shunts over to you face cam and just.
Yeah, there's definitely content creators I've watched that like will make a bit out of getting on screen or getting into their chair or at their table like in a particular
Yeah.
way, and it's gotten to the point where some of these people have just like been like, and then just like Nightcrawler teleported into place, but it like clearly
That's-
mixed up some of their like bones, and they just like appear in front of the camera, and they're like, anyway, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Good bit.
No, it's a good bit. It's fun. I like it. Oh god.
Oh, I've never seen a bad guy use it before.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, the
It's a lot of turtles.
Troopa.
The Koopa. Turr. I can't roll my R's right now. I don't have enough.
Trooper
Ugh.
Army.
From Mario's perspective, he's the hero, but for everyone else's perspective, he's a horrifying madman. Ain't that the fucking truth?
I had a conversation with my coworkers about like, we've talked about this before. They thought that morality of good and evil is like, whether you're doing good or bad is dependent upon what society's telling you about what you're doing is good or bad.
I mean, like there are
We
there are
talked about
morals
it.
in. We've talked about this, and we both know where we stand on it. But
Yes.
like, but like, there's morals. Next, dumbass. Eat shit, dude.
All stars are clearly not made equal, because that was some bogusness.
That is some shit.
That's so funny. Please clip that.
But yeah, I've been kind of waiting
Well,
on
now you're
YouTube.
stuck, idiot.
I've been kind of waiting on YouTube clipping because I really wanted to like dig into that.
I'm sorry, you're not an idiot. I was talking about Mario.
No, I know. Mario is an idiot. We all know that.
He just uses Luigi to take all of his idiot blame. Luigi's the real mastermind behind this. I'm sorry, carry on with what you're saying.
But we were, we were talking about like, just like morals and like there's a in society. Obviously, there are like there are things that would generally be agreed upon as like a moral for a society that isn't necessarily like the same as an absolute moral. Like we talk about absolute truth a lot,
Yes.
which isn't necessarily
But
the
you're
same
saying
thing.
there are some things.
Society has its own perceptions of those.
Right, you're saying whether or not there's absolutes, there are still society-based ones.
Yes.
I would say that that's more plausible than saying all of them are society-based.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
that feels inherently more plausible because
Yeah.
you're saying some rather than all.
Right. There's a qualifier there.
Yeah, most things that are some rather than all are usually maybe not true, but more likely,
Right.
just statistically.
That was a fun adventure. Where the fuck do we go now?
So all he did was get rid of your exit when you came in.
Yeah.
So what was the point of going in?
I don't remember.
Just to learn that bad guys can use star drugs?
Maybe. I don't know. Star drugs.
My main. There he is. There he goes.
You play Piranha Plant?
I've literally never played as Piranha
I was
Plant.
gonna say I don't think you've played Smash since the first DLC came out.
I have once with you guys, but
Okay.
I think I just picked like my girl Zelda.
Yeah, fair. I mean, like I was goofing around with James the other day. I went over to his place and we hung out and played some. It was a good time. Okay, so what the fuck does the sign say? It's something backwards.
If there's any Switch game I'm picking up next, it's
Fallen between the red pipes. Okay.
definitely going to be Arceus Legends.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. That game, okay. So it looks... I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a very
Score.
good... I think
We got him.
I think it's a very
Yes.
good base for a game.
He finally admitted that. No, it's fine. No, but I do remember you had reasonable misgivings leading up to it.
I still have some reasonable misgivings.
Sure.
Like, after seeing...
Wait,
like,
where are the red pipes?
the red pipes are probably back at the beginning.
Ah, gotcha. So we did need to come through here to get that information.
Yeah. So like, after watching several hours of, like, probably over 10 hours of people playing it, the game seems like a very good base for a Pokemon game. I'm very happy for it. People were complaining about too much dialogue in the Pokemon game when it's an RPG in the first place, which was very weird. I didn't mean to hit send before confirmation. You're good, Walker Pierce. I didn't see it till after we talked, or till after we confirmed anyway, on our own end. I see a card over there. I'm getting it.
Sorry, I didn't understand Walker's.
Oh, he probably meant it. He didn't mean to send that yet.
Send what, the hint?
I'm trepidatious. Yeah. I'm trepidatious about
I mean,
Legends.
I already read it the first time.
I don't think Legends...
I had assumed you'd read it as well.
No, I read it from the text and read it backwards. Because there was a sign that you could read.
Well, I'm saying the first time we saw that sign, I read it backwards.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what you were going to go do, but then you went back through the door to read it again.
I just wasn't paying attention when
Right.
I read it the
Okay,
first time.
I thought you read it the first time.
Yeah. I wasn't really,
You're
like,
saying
reading.
you kind of did, but didn't really key in what it was. It didn't register.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I saw that it existed, and I knew that it was something backwards, and I just completely ignored the fact that it was there. But, like, Legends Arceus is... It's okay.
Okay. I don't want to be a spoiler file, but
No.
I do want to go in blind. I have not seen anybody play.
Well, I'm not gonna give, like, any spoilers about anything.
I doubt there's anything spoily that much.
There is a significant amount.
Really? Okay.
Because it is a game that has a plot. Like, it is a game
Gotcha.
that has a plot. It exists. It's not like some nonsense Pokemon plot that's like, not like modern Pokemon games have been, where there's just not a whole lot of plot there.
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of text, and there's a decent amount of world building as well.
I mean, I love a departure. Like, I'll take a departure.
Same, dude. I'm happy that they're doing it. Like, I'm actually happy, and like, for.
And it's a main series game, not a spin-off.
Right, this is a game that was made by Game Freak. It is, if nothing else, like it was made by the company that generally makes the main series games, and that's exciting in itself. They burned me so bad on Sword and Shield, I don't want it to happen again. So here's my rundown of the
They
game.
burned me on Sword and Shield. I don't want it to happen again. Yeah.
Here's my rundown of the game. Okay.
I haven't played Sword and Shield, by the way.
There we go. That was weird.
Oh no, Gloombas.
Gloombas.
They are Gloombas.
They're not Galoombas. Not like Super Mario World. They are Gloombas.
What's a Galoomba?
Galoombas are one of those weird enemies you don't really see in many Mario games anymore. The little, like, orb things that kind of look like Goombas, but they just look really angry. Something lagged the fuck out there. But yeah, as far as Legends Arceus, I don't know, quick review on it. I'm not gonna give out any, like, spoiler information, but, like, this is me after watching people play it. I have not played the game myself, disclaimer there. But, like, I've seen enough people play it, I've seen, like, hours of footage of it. Graphically, the game's kind of a garbage fire.
Really?
I will say that. And it's not something that I like to complain about in games. But it's not really acceptable at this point. Goodbye.
I just fell down.
Goodbye.
Sorry, brother.
They were retroactively made Galoombas. Yeah, they were technically supposed to be Goombas, and that didn't happen.
I'm looking this up. Carry on.
But, I don't know why I instinctively went for the warp zone.
It's
1-2.
Yes, yep.
It's 1-2.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing really was.
Yeah, that's just 1-2.
Yeah, you're right. Good catch.
But, okay, I can't go back down that pipe. But, like, graphically, the game's just a fucking garbage fire. Like, there's so many issues with the lighting and the textures being terrible and the polygon counts just being awful, and the way, okay, this is what gets me. So when you have to optimize a game to make it run well, generally how that's done is that you create a low poly version of that model that you're trying to render. So like a version that has less polygons in it. And then you set that further in the background, and as you load into the foreground, you like add more polygons to it. You take a higher polygon model. That way it looks better as you get closer, but you don't need all that information in the distance.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be hard to even register.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your eye doesn't even do that.
That's the point. That's one of the things that Spyro did first.
That would look like it was just something tiny.
Yes.
Really close up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because your brain does really cut out a lot of the details that you would go blind if you were trying to focus on all the time.
Exactly. And so, like, That's the point. Like, that's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do when you go ahead and optimize things. How they chose to optimize in Legends was they did not really make low poly models of anything.
Really? Okay.
They have a significant amount of pop-in on the map. So that means, like, you see things, like, as you get closer, they just appear.
Oh, I kind of hate that.
Yep. There's a lot of pop-in, and here's the one that... this
That's-
one's actually kind of just entertaining.
Yeah, please.
Instead of optimizing for low poly counts, they optimized for low frame rate animations for some reason at further distances.
Low. Oh, so things just look like glitchy far away?
You know those videos where you have a helicopter like spinning and like starting to like fly, and then you have a camera running at the same frame rate as the helicopter's rotors, so it doesn't look like the helicopter rotor blades are moving.
Oh, so it looks like it's flying through the air with still wings?
Yeah.
Wow, because the wings are in the same position each rotation.
Right.
Wow, it's that precise.
You can do that. People have done that, but it's really funny because there's some instances with like Zubat in the game where it just looks like the Zubat is like teleporting around at low frame rate.
Oh, yeah, in his XY model, he looks super, like, he flits so quickly. It's like, it's so rapid.
But yeah, that's sort of what's been happening.
Okay, that's interesting. I that is one of my gripes with Breath of the Wild. I will say I love that game to pieces, but something that bothers me is I will use the binoculars and confirm that there's a clear space, and then I paraglide in, and then a Hinox just appears on the field. And I'm like,
the pop-in.
He would have seen this. He would have seen this from up at the top of the tower. It would look like a big red bulb, that's all.
Right.
I don't need to see every single, like, it can't load the polygons yet, so it's just waiting until it's close enough to load them all at once.
Right.
Close
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, he's trying his best to come up with, like, whatever little castle he can.
But so what happened was, like, I will say the graphics are just a mess. The lighting's not very good. There's some other issues. There's like really low poly counts and bad texture, like really muddy looking textures in some areas. However, I think the gameplay loop is good and the story is good. Or at least it's a pretty good story. I think it's a pretty good story, if nothing else. It's text heavy, especially towards the beginning.
Okay.
I think they really did some cool things as far as like having Pokemon interact in the open world and like their general idea for how the system should work. Although I will say there's a lot of points in the game where, especially once you've beaten the main story, you just kind of feel like a vacuum cleaner that's doing a checklist. Because you don't have to go into battle with Pokemon to catch Pokemon.
Oh, so you're just collecting stuff?
You just like vacuum cleaner Pokemon. You like hiding and just chucking
you
Pokeballs.
vacuum. I thought you meant you were just mopping up stuff.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Now some of them you do have to go into battle with.
Okay.
But like I think Legends is a very good base for a game that should continue happening.
Wow, so you're like, this is actually... Oh, you know what this is? This is like when a game comes out on Steam and everyone's like, pretty good, looks promising, I don't know, I'll kind of wait in it because it's like an alpha or beta or whatever. And then you forget about the game and you're kind of supposed to.
Right.
And then you hear about it like half a decade later and you're like, who cares about this game anymore? And you play it and it's way radder than it was and you're like, dang.
Right. No, it's exactly what... I think that Legends is a very good game, hiding under the fact that Game Freak, with a very small company, still doesn't know how to develop for Switch games. They refused to expand the company, and they had about a year to work on it.
They refuse to expand.
They don't. The executives have come out and said,
Dubs too.
Right. It's just like, it's one of those things where like they refuse to make the company bigger because they're afraid. It's another instance of a Japanese company, I'm assuming, just being weird and antiquated with like how they want to.
You hear that, Japan? You're weird. All right, no. You heard it here from Drona first. Sorry. No, it's fine. We love them.
Coming in fresh from Drama. No.
It's here's the thing though. We love their stuff. We love their food. We love their games. We love their people.
You're like quoting Joe Rogan. That's what it sounds like.
They got great people. Not the best. I've heard they're okay.
Look, but you gotta try their venison. Joe Rogan has a weird obsession with venison.
Oh, no, I was just doing Trump.
I know you were doing a Trump impression, but I was just thinking about the Joe Rogan.
They told me they don't have any deer in Japan. I said, well, port some over and then I'll shoot them there. I paid someone to shoot it.
Hell.
But that's my shot. I paid them to shoot it. They didn't shoot it any better than I could have, so I just paid them to.
And somebody's like, okay, you shoot it. He's like, okay, and he just pulls out a pistol.
He just Al Gore's in the middle of Akihabara. Rich people would pay to play a most dangerous game, but
Yes.
just pick like weird cities to do it in, spontaneous, like a flash mob.
I mean, like, it's legal. It is legal in and not with guns, obviously, but
that's
like
not to say it's not legal.
no, but it's legal in Seattle. It is legal to duel someone. It's legal to challenge. You can legally duel someone on the street if both of you agree, and there's an attendee to effectively like referee.
You
and,
just
like,
said not with guns. What do they use?
their fists and swords.
really?
You
Really?
can just beat the fuck out of somebody legally if you challenge them to it. To settle disputes is the point.
Yeah, that was old school. That's how old school I did it.
I think popping could be really fun, except in one instance. In Subnautica, it can be really fun. Except
I know that. That's like a sandboxy sort of
Yeah.
underwater. It actually looks really cool.
it's a survival adventure game.
Atmospherically, it looks really cool.
Yes, it's very scary towards the end.
Because so I'm
It's
a
thalassophobia. It's thalassophobia. That's
Fear of the ocean?
Yeah, fear of the ocean.
I am such. See, I don't get that because I grew up so close to the ocean.
Yeah, you
and
know
I
that.
grew up in a pool. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
The only time I ever had anything like that was actually Spyro 2 in
Aquaria Towers.
Aquaria Towers. Thank you. The metal sharks.
Yeah, dude, those
My
things are fucking
siblings
terrifying.
would throw Spyro into there just to be like, what happens if you don't have the
And then you die.
the blaster yet? And it would always just be like, I remember my sister going in and actually yelping and dropping the controller
Bowser fight now.
when the shark ate him. I remember her just like, it was such a scary moment. And when I was in the pool, I remember thinking, what if those metal sharks were in the deep end of the pool?
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, I want to swim.
No, you may as well just go fucking swim at that
Being
point.
afraid isn't worth I like how Peach doesn't fight him. I mean,
Anyway,
it'd be kind of funny to see Peach fight him,
He's
but
in
I
the
understand
air.
why they... I hate Mario. Wow, this might be the first time he said it.
He might be, yeah.
Up until now, it's been like a gentlemanly dispute, and now he's like, wow, I
like,
actually
fuck
hate
this
you.
dude.
I actually don't like you anymore.
And so, yeah, but
The dueling thing?
oh, Walker Pierce is saying that popping could happen in Subnautica, where it would just pop in and clip into your sub and explode, like make your sub explode.
Oh, I thought it was saying I thought he was saying that a part of the horror of it is that you don't see the big squid until it's like the eyeballs right up next to you.
That does happen
That's
sometimes.
fantastic. I actually love that, to be honest. I'm
Yeah.
a huge, so I don't get that. That fear thing you were just saying.
You know what actually gets me? It's not even that. It's that, you know, in Aquaria Towers, when you get out the top of the towers and you're just staring out into the fucking, like, skybox.
Right, you get to go in that upper area where you ride
That's
the Manta,
spooky to me.
because it's just an open nothing.
Yeah,
It's
there's nothing
Well, it's not
there.
even a nothing. It's a vast.
Yes.
It is a vast.
Yes. You know
Because
what it is.
something could be out there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to me.
So before they
Sharks, well, fucking whatever. If I get eaten, I get eaten.
before they broke the third wall, the novel series City of Embers.
Fair.
I enjoyed that book way more before I found out. So it's a spoiler
So that-
for City of Embers.
we're
Sorry
gonna-
for spoiling this really old book and movie.
Really
but-
quick, Bowser remembers that they got married and Peach doesn't because she was hypnoptized for the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That sham was not a wedding. How should I know? I was locked up in Black Stupid Castle. When all of a sudden, bam, me and the minions wake up face down the field.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Can we make him sound like, what's his face from the Super Mario Brothers movie? The dude who played King Koopa in that? What the fuck's his name?
In the live action one?
Yeah, in the live action
Dennis
one.
Hopper.
Yes, Dennis
Yes.
Hopper. Can we make him sound like, when all of a sudden, bam,
Bam.
bam, it's Emerald now.
All of a sudden, bam.
The edge of the map is terrifying, yeah.
Say, can you give me a Koopa shot? So I don't put spikes on it. Bam, there it is.
Game Freak's just not given enough dev time. Yeah, Game Freak is a good example of a company that doesn't. It's
It's
just
not given enough dev time.
The Pokemon Company feels the need to put out, and I'm sure Nintendo's taking part in this as well because they own like a third of the Pokemon
The edge
Company.
of any map is terrifying. There's a fantastic Adventures of Flapjack episode about that. Where they
Yeah.
go to the edge of the map.
Yes.
It is rad and surreal.
That might be
and
a
awesome.
finale.
Oh, okay.
I think that might have been maybe not like a series finale, but it was definitely a season finale.
I watched them so out of order as a kid. I don't remember. I just remember the animation of that being so.
It was good.
What's it called when you like? It was so innovative. It was
Innovative.
it broke so much ground of like let's just do
Yep.
weird stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It brought back that sort of '90s edge of just like, why don't we just have weird cuts to like really disgusting looking scenes?
It was Ren and Stimpy. Yes.
Yes, very Ren and Stimpy.
Black got us married just to make a chaos heart so he could destroy the world. What is
Yes.
this what is this a clickbait title? You put a question mark and an exclamation point at the end.
Can we just make I'm never gonna do this, but I'm just gonna like say we're just gonna have like a big red arrow pointing to Bowser
We
and a red
created a
circle around
chaos
him.
heart to end the world, and it's like put those
We've got like a
exclamation
pixelated
marks.
picture of Count Bleck in the corner.
Put those punctuation marks. Put the punctuation back in the holster, Bowser. Only use them on special occasions together. Question marks?
But I'm Bowser.
Exclamation points.
I'm grade A 100% prime cut final boss. Which is
farm to table.
that is by far one of the best sentences. Like you could riff on that for like hours.
I'm grade A, 100%, prime cut, final boss. I'm gonna take over the world any day now.
See that Angus shit? Fuck that. Final boss. That's what you really want, alright? That's what you look for at the store.
Farm to table.
I thought you said brass fed.
I eat metal every day with no milk. I never wear the same bracelets twice.
He throws them out every fucking day.
Exactly.
He keeps getting
Like a
them made.
Mayan king. He just won't wear the same clothes twice. And those are the only clothes he wears.
Yeah, like the shell and everything else is just him.
Yeah.
No way I'm helping Mario, he's always trashing my awesome plans, and then Peach gets to pull out baby doll eyes. I don't wanna. If the world ends, there's not gonna be any world for me to rule.
Yeah, it's the whole evil needing good to... It's the quote from... So Cormac McCarthy has a quote from The Road. An old man says when they encounter him on the road, and he says, things are so awful, it'll be better when everyone's dead. Because then Death will be all alone, wandering this, wondering what the heck he's supposed to be doing. The joke will be on him. Because there'll be no evil left to do, and nothing... No evil left to do, and no one around to do it to. That's a legit quote from
Yeah,
The
no,
Road.
that's good.
It's very,
That's
like...
good.
Every single... There's like...
Do you mind if I borrow the headphones?
You
for
can't
a sec?
destroy the earth. That's where I keep all my evil stuff. That
Right.
kind of thing.
Do you mind if I borrow the headphones for a sec? I want to check audio. I want to check microphone real quick, just to see where we're at.
I told you that on Wikipedia it says second Inspector Gadget movie. Did we talk about the Inspector Gadget movies?
I think we did.
The second one on Wikipedia, if you go to Wikipedia, it says it's considered the more faithful adaptation of the original cartoon series, which is good news to me because my mom and I watched that when I was a kid, and we actually both were better fans of the French Stewart version rather than the Matthew Broderick version. No shade to Matthew Broderick, but we just like French Stewart's interpretation of the character better. And in that, Dr. Claw freezes time so that he can steal all the money in the world. But it's like time is permanently frozen, and he's like, all this money and not enough time to spend it. Oh wait, I've got all the time in the world, and it's like such a great, like, funny cartoonish villain. Like that's it really brought this like cartoonish aspect that the cartoons had with it. But really, that would be a despair for a bad guy, I think, because he'd have nobody to abuse or lord his power over at the end of the day. Like, he has all this money, but nobody to take advantage of with it, basically.
Right.
He kind of, it's the bad guy equivalent of painting yourself into the corner, basically.
Right. Sorry, I'm
Oh, go ahead.
with a couple things.
Thank you, Bowser. You're so sweet.
You're pulling out the fucking baby doll eyes. Okay. I think we're good. Low?
Hi. We sound the same through the headphones.
No, I know we do. We have very similar voices.
We're the same guy. Same voice?
Same voice.
Same voice.
Same voice.
Same
voice.
Same voice.
Same voice. What the fuck is this handshake?
This is the fireman's carry equivalent of handshakes. Throwing one hand over his shoulder.
Okay. Anyway, so I forget what the fuck we were talking about.
Not
we're,
sweet.
We're all over the place. No, I'm not sweet.
It's just been frantic.
It's just been completely all over the place today, but we're vibing.
I'm not helping Mario. I'm not helping anyone. I'm only doing it so I can rule someday. Don't get all cuddly with me, Mario.
I could really actually see Dennis Hopper trying to voice this, and it'd be like kind of entertaining.
All right, Bowser, you big sweetie.
Anyway, so now we got
Bowser's
Bowser,
party. Yep.
which is, you know, kind of a given, I guess.
Sorry you
once we
died in
start
that one
talking.
movie.
Sorry you died. Anyway, we've got Bowser now. He's very heavy. I think he has double the HP of everybody else in the party. He can shoot fire, and he does double damage.
Your crabbiness. Your lair is safe with us, sir. He has a lair in Bitland.
He did. We just blew it up.
It seems Count Bleck has brainwashed some of your loyal hench people. They're probably going to be forced to attack you, so feel free to dole out punishment. Of course, we'd love to come along and defend you, but, you know, we'd get in the way, your heinousness. Clobber that count for us.
Clobber that cunt
Anyone
for
who wears
us.
a cape and monocle is just begging for a beating. You hear that, Monopoly guy?
We're just gonna go back to the Rock Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brother. Peach is warming up to Bowser. I think Peach is just trying to make sure Bowser actually helps.
What'd you
But,
say?
like-
You don't wear a cape? You will be when I'm done shredding your suit. Alright. I was gonna say clothes, but then I lost the
When I'm
voice.
done shredding your
Shredding your suit. Wow, Bowser actually has like a very... It wasn't until we did like the Churchill Jows thing that I was
Yeah.
like, actually, Bowser has a very trim jawline. Are you kidding me?
He does.
Look at that cleft
You're right. No, you're right.
chin, the cleft chin.
That's what the band around his neck is for. That actually just keeps all of the like double chin nonsense back.
Like how Squidward turns into handsome Squidward, it's the opposite for him. If he takes the collar off, he turns into regular Bowser. Like it just his fat folds just come out, and his skin just looks like not his bones aren't his bone structure is not as good.
Yeah. So good news is it's a pretty short chapter aside from the text, which took us like 20 minutes to get.
Oh, that
through.
was the chapter.
That's the whole chapter.
The boss was Bowser.
Tippy gets captured by Francis, and then we run up and blow up the castle. We beat up Bowser in a fight, and that's it.
But instead of Tippy, we now have. I actually don't even know what his ability is. I wasn't paying.
We don't have him.
Oh, he
We
ran
gotta
away.
come back.
Oh, gotcha.
Or rather, I think we might run into him later. I don't remember.
The
exactly.
asterisk?
Yeah. The asterisk.
As Mario walked ahead, he spotted something that made him briefly stop and stare. What is it, Mario? Asked Peach as she turned to see the blue expanse ahead.
You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, here's the next stream
It's
upgrade.
Big the cat. He was the bluest expanse there was.
Then next.
You guys want to go fishing?
Hey guys.
What is Big doing? It's still like my favorite outfit.
Whoa, Big, what you doing there?
It's like he's looking, trying to pay attention to Rouge. It's like all the usual Rouge jokes. And wait a second.
Big.
That is one of my favorite things about guys is that we will flirt with a girl, but it's constant at war with our ability of attention span, no matter how interested we are. So
Yep.
if we see something crazy that would be like viral YouTube material happening in the back, we'd be
What the
like,
fuck?
what is Danny doing in the back? Like we just
Right,
see like somebody, like it doesn't matter who you're talking to. If you see a dude fall off a skateboard in the background, you're gonna be like, oh wait, something more important just
Yep.
got my attention.
Also, the name of this level is called the Tile Pool. Or rather, it's called Bloops Away, but like the name of the area is called the Tile Pool. Because it's still Bitland. What did I start doing recently? Okay, so first of all, next stream upgrade I'm getting you a mic.
Me?
Like, not like for here, but like, yeah, just you're getting your own mic. Because this whole like shared mic
I
stuff.
can't tell if you're saying not for here or for here. I think it'd be
For
for
here.
here. That'd be the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting you a mic and you can take it home.
If you want to take it home, shit. I mean, like, you can have this
I
one,
know.
honestly. I'll probably get myself a decent one. Not that this one's bad by any means. But it'd be
I
better
know
if
use
we
word.
both had our own separate mics.
Gotcha.
For something like this, just because, like, don't get me wrong, we're capturing all the audio just fine, but this is not a well-treated audio space. And so it's kind of hard to, like, ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, you can even record outside with no, like,
You could just plug it into your fucking phone, dude.
with not a ton of, if there's not a ton of background noise or, like,
Yeah,
what's it called when there's noise that's just, like, junk noise?
background noise.
Yeah,
is-
background noise. You can do that if you have a good mic. You can still just do something like outside, even though it's not a controlled environment.
Right, and the thing is with here, like, don't get me wrong, this mic's decent, it's pretty good, but it's meant for more, like, controlled audio spaces. It picks up a lot of noise and it picks it up, like, well and naturally, but it's not really good for this particular thing. What I might actually see, so I've been wanting for a while to get a, well, first of all, I might see if I can just sound treat the room better. That way it works better.
Proofing it?
Yeah, not sound proofing, just sound treating, making it sound better now. Like, making it sound better, like, I don't need to,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
making sure sound doesn't reflect off the walls. It wouldn't even be that hard. It'd be the equivalent of me, like, hanging up some either foam or
about to
whatever
say-
I want to do there, and just, like, making sure the sound doesn't reflect off the walls as much.
The key is to not hang the foam. If it's like a corrugated pattern, the key is to not do it in even spacings.
Yes.
It's like how theaters
Yeah.
switch up the pattern every once in a while because they want it to absorb sound better.
Right. But, like, I don't mind doing setups like this, but the fact of the matter is this is not a well-treated room for audio.
Oh, squid.
And so, like, this sort of microphone just doesn't handle well in this sort of space. So I really wanted to get another condenser microphone. because I love condenser microphones. Like I think they make my voice sound good. I think they make like I think that they're just good because they pick up a lot of audio, which is both a good thing and a bad
Yes,
thing.
we are dry baritones.
Yeah, I think it picks up our voice as well, and it works well for us. But again, the problem is just we're not in a well sound treated space. So what I wanted to pick up was I wanted to pick up a small diaphragm condenser mic that I can actually hide outside a frame. You'd just be sitting it up like somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I could sit it like several feet away, and it would still pick up our voices perfectly fine.
I feel like in my memory, the best voices picked up on the mic have probably been like James and
Yes, because
Richard, but because
James-
they have really crisp voices.
James and Richard are very like loud, well-spoken people.
They're articulate.
Yeah, they're very articulate.
When you have a lower voice and a big tongue, it's easy for me to like slur my words together.
Right. Well, that's the thing, because like theoretically, we should be speaking directly in a microphone, and we should be like no more than like maybe 6 inches away from it.
Okay. That's why sometimes I lean to you when I'm talking, because I'm mostly just talking to you anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And so like that's why I normally just sort of sit here and I try to keep consistent positioning, but like it doesn't always work.
Is that a...
Drawing a post on the wall from the left to the right, up, down, down.
I thought it was a menorah.
That would have been really funny, actually.
Baruch Adonai Adonai. I don't know.
So the other option I was considering is something I'd rather not do. It's something I would do as like an alternative option, I guess. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine. It would just mean I wouldn't be getting a new microphone for myself solely for a while. I could get some lavalier microphones, like the little lapel microphones that you just clip onto your jacket. And if I get like 2 or 3 of those in a wireless kit, I should theoretically be good. And shouldn't really have to worry about like audio that much. It'd just be more making sure I can get everything hooked up to a Linux computer, because sometimes it's a problem, actually. Usually not, but occasionally.
Taking care of your audio on Linux.
Yeah.
While we're in the water level, let me just say I'm a huge fan of Jules Verne, his books.
Yeah.
So the Subnautica aesthetic is very close to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to me.
Sure.
That's such an awesome adventure story to me.
I've never read it, actually. Jules Verne is one of those authors who I keep looking at, and I'm like, I should read some of his stuff, and I just never get around to it. I've read a lot of Poe's work, but not Jules Verne. Or H.P. Lovecraft, either.
Gotcha.
Not that they were all exactly contemporary, but like, you know, that sort of mid to late 1800s, early 1900s.
That's the one thing going into it. It's not a critique, but he does write like an older author does.
Sure.
You know, also it's translated from French, so...
Yes. I have read, What of his stuff have I read? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I've read some of his stuff before, and like just French is very flowery when it comes to like descriptors.
My other favorite of his is Around the World in 80 Days. I think it's fantastic.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I enjoy every iteration. I like the book. I like the
Eddie
original
Murphy
1940s movie, and I like the Jackie Chan Steve Coogan movie. I like all
Jackie
three.
Chan, Steve Coogan? I could have sworn it was an Eddie Murphy movie. I might be completely wrong. But because
dude, I have no idea.
Because
I know is I know of the version that's got Steve Coogan as Phileas Fogg and Jackie Chan as Passepartout.
No, and that sounds right to me. I'm just like, maybe I'm misremembering something and I'm thinking of something else.
If there is an Eddie Murphy version, that'd be actually kind of cool.
That'd be kind of neat, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
And then there's a 1946, I want to say. It won the Academy Award for Best Picture. It's actually, to me, it holds up. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do like it.
Hold up.
The guy who plays Passepartout in that is fantastic. He's so fun. I wish I knew his name.
Is it full voice? It's not a silent film, is it?
No, it's color.
Okay,
and
full
people
color.
when they talk.
Full color. Okay.
I don't know if it was colorized
It's a
after the
talkie?
fact. It's a talkie. It's a noisy.
It's a noisy.
I love that movie.
That is actually like the term that they were using when those came out, like in the
noisy?
40s. A talkie.
A talkie. Okay, yeah, that
They
makes
used to
more
call them
sense.
talkies.
That sounds more right than noisy. Oh, by the way, I did look up a picture of a Galumba, and I didn't recognize them. And then I looked up a picture of them with the Super Mario World pixelation, and I do recognize them. They're like Goombas with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Goomba, and it just didn't translate it well.
Right. So, Walker, what did you mean when you said? Where was it? They were retroactively made Galoombas, because I love Super Mario World. And that's what they've always looked like to me, except I've only played the Game Boy Advanced version. I never played it on SNES.
Right. I think that what Walker Pierce is talking about is the fact that they weren't called Galoombas initially. They were initially just like Goombas or something.
Oh. And then they sort of retconned why they look weird?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a different species.
Yeah, it's a different
breed.
thing entirely.
Yeah. You're looking for a domestic short hair, that's some domestic long hair. Yeah,
Right.
Kinda
2501, 12 and a
6
half times 2 of the other.
Take it, carry the 1.
What am I missing here?
Super Mario World's like it's the first Mario game I ever played. It's actually the best Mario game I've ever played.
It's honestly one of the best. Like,
I
just
love it.
for every, like, that and Super Mario Brothers 3. And Super Mario Brothers 3 is way fucking harder than Super Mario World. If I want to make the joke, it's because Cake doesn't exist. Or, Cape. I don't know why I said Cake.
Oh, Cape is actually broke.
Cape is broke.
There's 2 things about Super Mario World that are broke and makes ROM hacks of Super Mario World infinitely more fun than Mario Maker levels of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the cape and the spin jump. Because the spin jump got nerfed in Mario Maker because it was too good.
Yeah, the spin jump was kind of dumb.
Yeah, I love it.
It's still dumb, for the record.
When you play ROM hacks, they keep how dumb it is, and it's actually awesome. But a lot of them kind of rely on you knowing how to spin jump well to pass, because like ROM hacks are more like in the area of like
you already know the
Kaizo
game.
Mario, except obviously they're not trying to all be Kaizo Mario.
No, not all of them are.
Yeah,
Kaizo has its place, and it's very funny, but like, not everybody wants to deal with that. Although, speaking of good ROM hacks, I'm gonna keep bringing it up, man. Pokemon Renegade Platinum. I want to fucking play it again.
Renegade Platinum?
Yeah, so Renegade Platinum is a ROM hack of Platinum.
We talked about this, I think, but yeah.
Basically, they made all the trainer AI way harder.
right.
They gave all the gym trainers 6 Pokemon.
Not just gym leaders, but the trainers in the gym.
I don't know about all the trainers, but like not all the gym leaders have 6 Pokemon, like ever.
Oh,
Most of them don't.
Yeah. I mean, I was just clarifying. You mean only the leaders and not just the random trainers in the gyms?
Yeah.
Even the first one, because you don't really have that many creatures in your first.
No, you gotta fucking work, man.
You gotta build your team early.
You gotta fucking beat the shit out of them. It's nice because they also give you a shit ton more Pokemon options, and they give you like ways to build competitive movesets.
I bet you that's a hard Nuzlocke.
It's a very hard Nuzlocke because there's like Pokemon with competitive. It gives you a way to build Pokemon with competitive movesets, but it also is just a hard game.
I like ROM hacks that, or what's the other word for a ROM hack? Or just like a fan version of it. I like ones that streamline grinding.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, or give you like a fast forward.
Yeah, I don't know if they give you a way to EV train in Renegade Platinum, but I don't think they give you a way to just experience train.
I forget what fan-made Pokemon game it is, but it got big a few years ago.
Uranium?
And it was not Uranium, but they give you they all have weird edgy names.
They give you a gun.
But they give you a trainer in your like secret base.
Oh,
that basically just gives you
they flip with you.
Oh, you can't see. Yeah, they give you a trainer in your secret base that why can't I think of the thing? It fights you with a Chansey, and you can just get XP.
Yeah, it's EV trainers. That was Renegade Platinum. Renegade Platinum did that. That might not be the one you're thinking of now.
Is that EV training to just not? I thought they were just get XP, so you could grind out.
Well, the Chansey, yeah, but there's also ones where it'll be set up with a Chansey that's like, Chansey is Chansey also trains HP EVs. But there were also plenty of other games that did, or there were like other trainers that did other Pokemon that give you certain EVs.
Okay, gotcha.
Drag down kill. Take that one, James. How do you like that for a fucking drag down? James and I were playing Smash last week.
Okay.
And he was using his oh god, what's the name of the ninja frog?
Greninja?
Greninja. I could not remember its fucking name for the life of me. Anyway, here's your pixel.
I'm gonna check you out to make sure you got the weight to hang with me. Man, they're all like elitists.
This big girthy dude.
Dude has shaggy eyebrows. That's not even kinda girthy. You get 30. You get. Oh, he's measuring our girth.
Yeah, he's measuring our girth.
What if we were Mario?
I think that he actually like says nope.
Oh, really?
And you gotta come back.
You have to be as girthy as Bowser.
Yeah.
10,000 girth points.
He's just a chunky dude.
Yeah, he is shaped like the ton symbol. Like a ton, like a weight, like a.
Anyways, so now we've
like
got
a kettlebell.
So now we've got this dude.
The ground pounding pixel Thudley joined you.
So Thudley lets you just ground pound. But
underwater.
Yeah.
It even ground pounds underwater.
Wow. Where's that like gif of the anime girl saying "wow."
Wow. They use it a lot in anime.
They use it a lot. It's a very common thing. But what was I in the middle of? What was I saying? Something about Pokemon.
Renegade Platinum.
Yeah,
you can EV train.
Yeah, you can EV train a Renegade Platinum. So they would give you like Pokemon who specifically give those EVs, like 3 of those EVs to train against, and so they would just be a team of 6 Pokemon that basically don't do anything but have those EVs. Like they had that custom set up. Like they would have illegal moves that they can't normally learn, but they don't do anything, and so they would just
have stall moves to let you win.
Yeah. And so I thought that was kind of neat, especially considering EV training is generally kind of hard in older games.
Because of RE, I guess.
Just because there's not any options for it.
Like random encounters.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed to get the thing that you want to train the EV of that character.
Right. It's random encounters and just like generally not great. Hold on. I need to look at this. I'm pulling up a guide mostly because I don't feel like trying to remember what the hell that wall puzzle said.
Can only... Oh, no, we can. Ah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. We're matching that.
That's cool.
That mural on the wall. 6 Magikarp for attack. Yeah, I mean, that works. Magikarp's highest stat is attack, but it would only give 1 EV because it's an unevolved Pokemon. Realistically, you'd have a Gyarados with something like, not Roost, obviously, but...
Tail Whip.
Tail Whip. Pretty sure it can learn Tail Whip. It's a damage boost that was intentional. These things exist in 3D. They're also just kind of terrifying, and you can't get any info on them because you don't have Tippy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking about that, like, the whole mechanic of the game's gone. Oh, you've been disintegrated.
Your face left before, or your body left before your face,
Did
man.
Mario just talk, or was that Dudley?
That was neither of them.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Oh no, it's the Hydra.
By the way, Peach's girth rating is hilarious. We should have done
really?
Peach. That would have been funny. It's almost like that red tentacle looks important.
She's not girthy. She's thick.
That would have been so funny because of how many years before that this took place.
You have no idea what she's packing under that dress, man. It's just
you really don't.
You don't.
Because she's got the stereotypical like Victorian the fluffy like I forget
Daisy leaves nothing to the imagination.
Daisy walks around in a skin tight tracksuit and that's it.
Hey man, you ever played the Olympic Games?
That's true. How'd you like a tentacle sandwich? Alright. I could go for some calamari, fuck it.
Oh, you can't flip during this fight?
I think you can. I just don't think it does much. Just watch the floor here.
This Technicolor squid.
Technicolor?
Oh, he's got different colored, he's got those UFO lights on his,
It's a summer sausage, oh no. Bingo.
Blah bloop. Bloop 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 bloop. No, not there, please. Anywhere but there. Oh no, that's his genitals.
Pretty sure there's a way you can cheese this fight in like 1 cycle by just repeatedly doing that.
Well, this is actually, I think it's accurate to octopuses. Like, I think they have one tentacle that does
That's the fuck tentacle.
That does the reproductive.
Yeah. I forgot about the fuck tentacle.
This
I'm
is
not gonna
actually
lie.
that. This is 100% that.
Yeah, no, I agree. The speedrun strat stays like down here. Just flames with Bowser.
Because they know the red's gonna come out?
Yeah. Oh, come on, Bowser. Fucking...
Man, this is a wide window.
Yeah, it's a really wide window. I mean, like...
Book 3 of Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events.
A wide window. Was it the reptile room? A wide window.
Yes.
I don't remember the first one.
Yeah.
I don't remember, like, basically any of them after that. What was the 11th one?
Well, there's 13 of them. So, dude, man, I don't know.
This is the first time we've been low, so we got the tutorial. This is the most
useless flex of all time, if I can do this, but it's the bad beginning, the reptile room.
Come on, cheer them on, guys. Cheer them on.
The wide window, the miserable mill, the austere academy, the airsats elevator.
That one I'm impressed by because airsats is not a word that's used like ever.
The airsats elevator.
Go, go, go. Chug, chug, chug.
Oh man, the Vile Village, the Hostile Hospital, the Carnivorous. Nope. The. Oh shoot, what's 9? I think Carnivorous Carnival's 10. Yes, I don't remember what 9 is. Hostile Hospital's 8, Vile Village is 7.
Grim Grotto.
That's 11.
I know that's 11. That was the one I was thinking of.
Because after 9 it goes Carnivorous Carnival is 10, Grim Grotto is 11, Penultimate Peril's 12, and 13th one might just be called The End.
I think it's just the end.
Yeah.
I'm like 95%
I was looking
sure.
for something alliterative. Yeah, I don't remember what 9 is. Dang it.
That's good though. It's pretty good. I know why you remember them though, if I recall correctly. You listen to the audiobooks, right?
I listened to the audiobooks by Tim Curry. But like 6 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Whenever I went to community college. So
Yeah. It's been a while.
I listened to them when I was 18 and 19, I guess.
We need to find more
So
Tim Curry
that was
stuff.
like 6 or 7 years ago.
We need to find more Tim Curry stuff to like pay attention to. We need to play Brutal Legend, you and
We
me.
need to play Red Alert.
Yeah.
Because I'll go to the one place.
The one place uncorrupted by capitalism.
Space.
No, you can hear him.
losing
He's
it,
losing
right?
it mid-sentence.
stupid.
Like he's losing it mid-take, and they just kept it.
You know, you have a ridiculous line if Tim Curry breaks in the middle of
It's fucking Tim Curry, dude.
This guy's a
Man,
legit actor.
Yeah,
and
this
he
dude is
breaks
a-
in the middle of criticizing capitalism and going to space to solve it.
Space.
This is like there's obviously better solutions. This is a problem, but it's not one that has to be solved by going to space.
Right.
And also, if you go to space, most sci-fi stories are about space, and maybe again because I'm watching The Expanse and enjoying it, but most stories about sci-fi going to space,
This is a poor
space
choice.
gets corrupted by capitalism.
Right. As soon as they get there.
as soon as they get there,
One of these days, Alice. Zoom. Pow. Straight to the moon. I don't like that one just because it's about abuse. It's about domestic abuse, but like,
Okay,
I like how it's used in Futurama. I think that's like my favorite use of that entire quote.
What is it?
The bit, it's the episode where they go to the moon. It's like the first like actual episode of the series.
Futurama?
Yeah, for Futurama, where they're in the museum and they're learning about space.
Oh, that's true. Yes. and Bender gets in trouble for sleeping with somebody's like robot daughter.
Yeah.
Something on the moon.
Yeah. No, there was like so many fucking things with that. That episode was actually fucking brilliant because there were like 5 different plot points. And they were all just very
got
silly.
resolved by the end. Okay, let me think about this. They go to the
Luke's still trying to
hospital,
figure it out, guys. Cheer him on.
They go to the hospital, and then something else, and then they... Oh! The Slippery Slope.
Yep, that's
Yes,
it.
the
That's
Slippery
it.
Slope.
That rings a bell.
And then the Carnivorous Carnival, and then the Grim Grotto. Yes, okay. Yep, the Slippery Slope.
You got it, folks. You got it.
Yeah. Thank God. I haven't watched the Netflix series yet, but I plan on it.
There you go.
It wouldn't have been as impressive if I... Let me tell you how impressive that was. I can remember all the entries in a children... Dude,
It's
Tell me
mostly
when you
used
can-
as it's mostly used as a metaphor about domestic abuse. That particular line that Walker Pierce brought up, because the bit where they're just like, well, the first time we went to the moon was in the 1950s, and then they show a clip from a sitcom with a dude just saying, one of these days, Alice, zoom, pow, straight to the moon, implying domestic abuse.
it's mostly used as a...
And Fry was just very disappointed, and he just very flatly says, that's mostly just a line about domestic abuse. It's like, what?
No.
Okay, here we go. Now we can probably just jump up here and then swap to Peach and float over. It's just funny. Like, obviously, the domestic abuse isn't funny. I don't have to say that, but like the actual like the way that that's delivered is so fucking funny to me. I don't know why. Like that particular line just comes off as extremely good writing. Early Futurama has really good writing. Not that it ever really drops off horrendously, but I think some of the early stuff is definitely some of their best. Maybe just because they weren't like burnt out on just writing a series.
I don't know how much it changed when they moved to Comedy Central.
It definitely changed some. I think they probably got a little bit more freedom with the writing, but I don't know if that was necessarily like the right move. Like I think that a lot of the stuff that they were doing, they could have done on Fox fine, and they just decided they were going to swap to something else.
No. They got canceled.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They
Just
did get canceled.
not to... yeah.
No, you're correct. That's my bad.
I understand as a TV show, like, taking what you can get, dude.
Yeah.
Community got canceled by NBC twice. lost Dan Harmon, got Dan Harmon back, then went to Yahoo.
Yeah, you're right. I
Short-lived
forgot.
streaming service just so we could get that 6th season,
You're
and
right.
no one regrets it. Even though it was like, it's Yahoo, it wasn't gonna last. But
Yeah, no, like there's so many like little streaming services now. Like I'm signed up for another one, Curiosity Stream. It's literally just like, this isn't an ad, by the way, but like it's literally just like documentaries and like educational and nonfiction stuff.
That's cool.
And I actually enjoy that. Like it's nice to fall asleep to. I signed up for it because I was having anxiety issues and I couldn't fall asleep. And I was like, you know what? Sure, fuck it, I'll try this.
dude, all my anxiety in like college is basically why I got into podcasts.
Yeah.
And like old radio shows and old like
Yep.
audio plays and
Yep,
stuff like that.
yep.
Bread and butter. It's actually so awesome, some of these radio
good.
productions.
It's really,
Really, really
interesting,
good.
especially like Foley's something that definitely interests me.
Yeah, and you don't really get those radio shows anymore, so I'm really kind of glad podcasts are keeping that alive.
Actually, you know what's really cool though? This is related to radio, not really to the sort of radio show stuff. There's a site called Radio Garden, radio.garden if you look it up, and it just lets you listen to radio from basically all over the world. I've been
wow.
finding some sick ass stations
Does
in
it let
Japan.
you? Does it let you listen to radio stations that are older?
There's another site that lets you do that, and I don't
Okay.
remember the name of it off the top of my head
Yeah.
because I don't use it a ton. But it definitely exists.
There's a podcast slash radio show slash like compendium online called the Old Time Radio Podcast or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And they play an old radio play that's like 30 minutes long,
Uh-huh.
and then they give their reviews of it or whether they think it holds up and is still scary or not. But if you don't care about the opinions, you just want to listen to the actual original story, it's so interesting. Some of the stuff that like
Fucking hate these dudes. No.
yeah, some of the stuff that just holds up about these freaky, like some of them are obviously like cheesily scary. They're like not.
Crazy daisies are the worst
Yeah,
thing in
whatever.
existence.
Uh-oh, well, you burned down the whole tree. Uh-oh, looks like you just got Crazy Daisy.
Coconut mold.
Repost this so someone else gets Crazy Daisied and it spreads like a virus. Not no intention, not no pun intended, but no topicality intended.
No topical cream intended.
Topicality, dude.
Um,
No
because
topical
apparently
cream.
in the year
We go
3000
dry.
It's because apparently in the year 3000 they lost all history regarding the first moon landing. So they were just trying to piece it together poorly. Yeah, no, I know why. Because I love the lore for Futurama, just like, because the lore for Futurama is
lost
basically
our
the same
Futurama.
as the lore for Idiocracy.
Oh, they were okay. Gotcha.
Just like everybody's there, they still exist. They're just like, nothing's really, the difference between this and Idiocracy being that like the IQ has probably not gone down significantly. It's just people are also stupid. As they always are.
I was talking about the RPG, tabletop RPG Starfinder, made
Yeah.
by Paizo, same people make Pathfinder. There is a part in one of the Adventure Paths where you basically, like, because it's so far in the future, even really technologically advanced stuff is archaic.
Yeah.
So they go to a world where they're so far advanced that the advanced civilization that used to live there, it's not even really a spoiler for the book, it's part of the premise of one of the books,
Yeah.
one of the Adventure Paths, is that the civilization that used to live there is now extinct, but all their old buildings and business things and the huge server rooms are just considered like these tombs of old, like,
Oh, yeah.
old
yeah,
knowledge
yeah.
commands. And when they see holograms, it's like our ancestors are visiting us to tell. Like, it's actually really interesting. Like how
The one quote,
certain-
we lost all VHS and DVD media during the second coming of Jesus, which is one of the funniest quotes from the fucking show.
It's also funny because it implies that everybody on Earth now was a part.
They
of
were
the-
not, yeah, they did not get taken up with the rapture.
They were left behind.
That actually is one of the best implications
Yes,
of that.
that's funny.
Space dwarves.
Anytime I think about VHS in a sci-fi,
Yeah, it's dwarves
setting,
from like, it's the dwarves from the Elder Scrolls, where they're
Space
just like
dwarves.
gone. So in the Elder Scrolls series, dwarves have been gone for like basically thousands of years.
Really,
Yeah,
in all the Elder Scrolls
Dwar-
games.
not in all of them. They've been. It depends because the games are like they take place during different time periods.
Wow.
But
So that's
like,
why you see elves but no dwarves.
Yeah.
Huh.
But you see, dwarves are technically like a subspecies of elves in that game, but like they were the really technologically advanced ones, and they at some point they just fucking vanished, and there's not really a ton of lore given on it. There is lore, but like there's like 4 different explanations for it, and I don't remember which
Oh,
one's
it's a
which.
peach. Is it for Peach?
No, it's just food.
A Peachy Peach.
Peachy peach. A peachy peach. I don't remember what to do here. This bit always confused me as a kid.
Peachy Peach is also,
I don't think I can climb up there.
Peach the person just having a nice peach.
Fact. It is law.
This is a succulent peach.
About 1,000 to 10,000 years before the events of Morrowind. Yes. It happened at some point in that time period. They just fucking vanished. Yeah.
Wait, Skyrim is before Morrowind?
No, Morrowind is before Skyrim. By about 500
Oh,
years.
Walker's saying that.
He's talking about the
when
dwarves.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. During a cataclysm that they basically caused.
basically
It was
caused.
basically their fault, yeah.
That's so.
I don't remember.
interesting.
Everything's kind of hazy. I don't remember all of it perfectly,
Dude,
but
world
that's
building,
right.
when it's done well, is actually so interesting.
That's why I love some of the Elder Scrolls stuff, but with Skyrim, they kind of just sort of toss half of the shit out the window. And even, like, Oblivion to some extent. Not saying that those are bad games, but, like, there's some weirdly frustrating parts. Yeah, there was one Dwemer left in all of Tamriel, and he's a big fat dude who's not even... You know what happened to all the people in Wally when they got on the ship and how they got kind of fat? That dude's basically riding around in, like, the dwarven version of that, where it's like a dwarven spider, like, that he's just sitting on.
Oh, like Howl's Moving Castle?
Not quite, no, it's tiny. It's just for him, and he's just, like, chilling in a cave by himself, waiting, and then
Gotcha.
you kill him generally.
And then kill him generally?
Generally, you just end up killing him because
Oh.
he's a dick. He's a fucking asshole. Alright, hold up. So, let me get to this part. Who put white on white as the text for this fucking website? Look at this shit.
Is there supposed to be words under
Yes.
that pink banner?
Yes.
No. That is white on white. That is eggshell on cream right there.
Okay, so we hammered that down.
Ooh, I've been starting to make a list, by the way, of books, movies, and shows that I want to get to now that I actually have time to consume media. And
That would have sucked.
there is that line you don't want to write of, like, you want to write the line between consumption and creation
Sure.
when you're a, like, I guess, creative person.
And it's hard to do that.
I'm trying to get more back into that because I haven't really done anything artsy since high school.
I very seldom do, like... Well, I'd say I do creative stuff sometimes, but, like, it's very rare nowadays. And it's something I want to get back into, and I just haven't.
You did create that thing for,
I make cool shit when I want to. I'm not gonna, like, downplay myself. What are you talking about, though? Which thing?
Deo.
Oh, for Deo, yeah, I made his BRB screens.
Yep.
And I do that, like, I do that again. I like doing that.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
pretty
motion
cool.
graphics. It's actually something I have fun with. And I don't suck at. Same with video editing. Like, I don't suck at it. I'm not, like, amazing at it, but I'm not awful at it.
Hey, man, that's honestly usually all it takes to get by in life.
It really is.
There is absolutely no shame in, like, being sufficient. That is
remember,
actually pretty hard to do.
You remember Slim?
Ooh. Between them spikes, baby. Woo.
It's also the same sound effect from Thousand Year Door, so that's funny.
Cuts to him being back into 2D, and he's just got this, like, grating triangle taken out of the bottom, like, out of his bottom half.
Alright. He's suffering from the divine sickness or something like that, which, by the way, in ancient times, that was an actual name for something. It was the name given to epilepsy.
Mario or Dwarner?
The Dwemer.
Oh, he's
Mario is suffering from epilepsy.
No. I thought that in Thousand Year Door they were calling the flatness divine sickness or something, because in that some of the chest people tell you it's a curse, like it's a curse to be flattened.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, they tell you it's a curse and then it's not really, and then you just kind of go like, all right, buddy.
It was a curse for Red.
Yeah. No, it was, and like, what the fuck was I even talking about? Oh, so in ancient Greece and Roman mythology, or not in mythology, and just like their general lives, they generally called epilepsy the bomb the switch again. Thanks. In ancient Roman and Greek I keep saying mythology, but no, in just like their general lives, they would call epilepsy the divine sickness. And basically, they just thought that the epileptic seizures were you getting a vision from God or something like that, from a god. Not just flattened, but misshapen, yeah. Yeah, that was part of the thing with those curses, that they were supposed to, like, make Mario misshapen. But, like, also they were just useful. And so we just tell him, yep, sure, bud, I feel cursed. Gotcha. I feel real well cursed here.
They were trying to Quasimodo him.
Yeah.
Flat behind these windows and these parapets of paper.
Yo, that dude's got moves.
Oh, he's stuck. Okay.
That dude's got some fucking moves. Let's go.
I mean, I know wall crawlers are not unique to Metroid, but it's reminding me of Metroid.
They're very similar. These dudes were always weird to me, but like, there's a lot of enemies in this game that are just strange to me. I don't know what to do here.
Oh yeah, so anyway, because I'm getting more into like content consumption.
Yeah.
Because I have time, like a free time now. If you know of any like Walker or anybody who's chilling at me,
just poke them in the Discord.
Poke me in the Discord, books or movies or shows you like that you think I would enjoy. I know you don't know me, like in terms of but anything I've referenced here, I like cartoons, I like dumb stuff.
Yeah, just toss stuff out, honestly. Also,
because honestly, if I'm not into it, you know me, I'll just stop watching after an episode and be like, it's not my thing. But I genuinely don't really I never hate things I dislike. I'm just like, oh, this isn't my thing.
Right.
And then I'm like, yeah. And then I come around to it a lot of the time. Like,
yeah, you'll be like, it's cool. Space Dandy
and Dark Souls are the two things where I was like, all right, I get why you guys like it.
Dark Souls is just a game that exists, and if you come around to it, great. And if you don't, people are just gonna sit there and tell you, yeah, you'll come around to it eventually.
Oh, well, it's that quote from the first episode of Community. I see your value now.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I do see your value now.
There is a value to this game.
Hoisted by my own petard. That feels like it's from Futurama as well.
It probably is. I don't remember a lot of the quotes.
My own petard.
Oh no! I'm remembering the James. What's his face bit? My brain's not working right now. The fuck do I do here? I'm just looking at guides at this point. I'm not even gonna be like ashamed about it. I don't care. Okay, so we hop up there.
Stop guide shaming me.
Stop it. Oh. Do we gotta like glide all the way down there? That's a weird glide. Okay.
Do you see? I bet he got some help on this. I bet you he gets help like 7 times a week. I bet you he sees helpers like all the time. You can tell by what he's wearing. I don't know.
Sometimes you just go with it.
Hey, chain chomps. They're made out of metal. Why would...
Because it's funny to stun them like that, so I can do this.
Oh, okay. As long as it doesn't destroy them. I was like, why would it destroy them? Aww.
Oh, I almost got the setup.
I would actually love a pet chain chomp in the Mario world.
They'd be really, like, fucking annoying. It's like a Doberman.
I want to Pokeball them. I just want to be like...
You just want to Pokeball everything in the game.
I want one hanging off my belt. Just
yeah.
Like, it's just like you can send it to
wait,
people.
that was a
Throw it out like a yo-yo?
Yeah. That was a Peach card.
Dude, let me make an open world Mario game.
Okay. Do it.
I do exist in a universe where I can, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I forget things like that. It's like, oh, someone can just make a Sonic game.
Dude, Bloodborne. Bloodborne remake.
Mm-hmm.
They literally came out yesterday, or a couple days ago.
That's true.
Like, somebody just made that. It just exists. Oh, like a nip.
A nip.
There's the marriage dress.
She looks actually pretty cute.
She does. But, like, you could just learn how to, like, script a language and use, like, Unity or something. Learn how to use Unity and just make a game. Open world Mario game. I want to see it, man.
That's pretty cool. You don't even... Well, maybe you can play as Mario, but, like... I just want to use the Mario stuff, but just for, like, exploration and crazy stuff.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Grapple with your chain chomp. Just... Yeah.
Yeah, just, like, weird shit. I mean, like, there was that person who made, Pokemon, but it's, There's that person who made Pokemon, but you just shoot all the Pokemon. It was just a first-person shooter Pokemon game. They released it and immediately got a cease and desist from Nintendo.
Certainly.
Well, actually, they didn't. It wasn't immediately. Scratch it. I shouldn't say immediately. It was they put up a video of it happening, and Nintendo asked the video to be taken down. They didn't get a cease and desist for the whole project, but they were like, yeah, I'm gonna be removing these in the net for the next couple days. But like, if you want to pick up the actual like Pokemon one, it should be up for a few days on my. I think it was an Itch.io or something.
Ooh, one question regarding No, I lost it, dude.
really-
Carry on, carry on.
I really want to
Come
model
back.
the Chain Chomp from Mario Sunshine. Yeah, that's fair. It's a good model. I like the Chain Chomp model in Mario Sunshine. This bitch is gonna fucking... Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch. Where we're at right now.
It's funny to me.
It's just a good line. I did not make that all, like, I didn't make that up.
Okay.
It's just a line that I find myself
There is,
thinking
let's
about a
say.
lot, despite not liking Harry
Oh,
Potter
they're
that
going
much.
back and forth on the
On the
angle
spike.
of the spike.
Yeah, they're
yes.
thinking the spike
Yeah.
is the thing, and it ain't
makes
it,
sense.
Chief.
No, that is, well, at least you admitted it.
I'll admit to,
They
like,
shouldn't steal content.
I'll admit when I use the stupid jokes if it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
my own
yeah,
damn like if it's not my own joke, like whatever. I make up enough of my own dumb jokes.
I will try to, like, if I quote a joke, I will try to say, like, what comedian actually said it, if I'm quoting.
But yeah, I mean, like, there's a bunch of things I would like to get into at some point. 3D modeling is something I might be interested in. The keyword might there. I like the idea of 3D modeling. I just don't know if I want to go through the whole process of learning Blender for it.
Make everything look like a Jimmy Neutron movie.
Yeah. Although I'll admit, Jimmy, the movie, not the show. The show kind of looks horrifying when you look back at it. Hey, look, we did it.
I think the movie holds up.
The movie definitely holds up, animation-wise, and
Yeah.
just like, well, the story's kind of just stupid, but like,
Humor-wise, it holds up too.
oh, 100%.
Like, my brother and I saw it within this past year or two,
Some of the
just to
show-
refresh our memory on it.
Some of the show holds up really well too.
Also, like, it has little moments where we're just like, oh, even this isn't played for jokes, and that's kind of good sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Cindy and Jimmy have a heart-to-heart, and we still remember that scene in the jail cell.
It's a good scene.
It's just a good scene.
Yeah, you don't have to make everything a joke in a kid's movie, or like, you know, you can just have good moments. Jimmy's mom, yeah.
If you want to write characters that dislike each other as, like, learning to respect and like each other eventually, that's a good heart-to-heart to have, honestly.
And then the show they go back to kind of hating each other, but just sort of tolerating each other and not really saying much about it.
Until the end.
Till the end, yeah.
Then they really, they set them up together. And I
Yeah,
think the show
eventually.
even lasts a little longer after they're set up together.
Yeah, the show went on for quite a while. It was like... There's some episodes from like 2006 or 7 even that I like don't even remember seeing. It was like season 4.
I think they came out with less episodes, like, per year the longer they went on.
Yeah, it definitely like slowed down. I
Yeah.
think they either lost budget or lost ideas for the show.
But they still had enough, like,
They had enough there.
they had enough clout to spin off into Plant Sheen, which obviously didn't have enough, like...
That was a bad idea for a show.
Well,
But I think that was a poorly
It's-
executed
I
show.
feel like it could have just been a show without Jimmy Neutron. Like, it could have taken place in the same universe, but not been Sheen and Carl and all them.
Yes.
It could have just been a different
Random
original
people,
character.
yeah. But
Yeah.
instead they were just like, nope, we gotta have Sheen.
And you could
because-
cross over with Jimmy and Sheen here and there.
Right. It
Alas, the hero, I know you from the festival of hair that dances upon your lip. I would actually love if they did a reboot of Jimmy Neutron in 2D,
I wouldn't hate that.
because it would look not as jarring.
I think part of the problem with a lot of I'm just tired of reboots. I think is what it is. I want to see somebody come up with new content that doesn't feel like a cash grab or just like cheap, like
That's
cheaply
fair.
made. That's why I like Smiling Friends. Plugging for Smiling Friends now, because that fucking slaps.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, okay.
I can send you.
Because right now I'm trying to compile a list of shows, movies, and books that people think that I would enjoy. Because I don't have enough time to like comb through everything myself, so
Yep.
I'm crowdsourcing my entertainment.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. People did that for ages beforehand, and they're gonna keep doing it for ages afterwards. There's too much shit to look through.
Exactly.
This guy is drawing his entire deck on turn 1 to get Exodia. Oh, you still playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
And it's still fun to find something on your own that you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Just that you hear about. I mean, that's how we found a lot of the analog horror stuff. With like
Yeah.
the TV, the station, whatever, and the
Yeah,
Marble
I
Hornets
forget
stuff.
station. I forget the name of it anymore.
Marble Hornets is still rad. I
know
would
you
have
like
to like
that.
check in to see if it holds up, but I remember being like, wow, this is actually pretty neat. I just like independent filmmaking stuff is always going to be like this cool, if it's done passionately, is always like this cool
I forgot
thing
about this fight.
that I love that people enjoy. You're now in Dimension D, a mind-bending realm. The attacks are 256 times more potent. Is that number picked because of like the whole thing with like the bits and stuff?
Probably.
Okay. Like computers can only count to 256.
Well, they can count higher than that, but like the general like So for a byte, which is like a pretty basic term of memory, it's 256 is the highest number you could get.
Gotcha. So that is an intentional number they're picking for sure for this dialogue.
Yeah. Master Duel, yeah, that's what I figured, Walker Pierce. Walker Pierce, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, man. You know what you got into. I'm sorry, man.
Is Master Duel where you play other human beings, or it's a video game
Master
that's
Duel,
single player?
you play other human beings.
Oh, you do?
It's a multiplayer one, but like...
He's trying his entire turn to get Exodia.
Dude, that's just what Yu-Gi-Oh is. Like, as soon as people have the option, like,
dude.
all card games eventually just devolve into that at a high level.
I've talked to you about PlayStation 1 Forbidden Memories.
Yes. That game's hard.
That game is hard. It's
People speedrun that.
It
I
is.
want to talk about how insane that speedrun is.
It is high card, low card.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to know your fusions.
Yep.
That's the main thing.
Yep, that is the entire game, because like half of that game for a speedrun, in a speedrun sense, is just fucking...
Getting good drops on
Yeah,
the
it's
decks.
getting good draws and then being able to fuse the right monsters.
And honestly, like, there are compendiums of fusions online for that game, but it's all stuff players have, like, found out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's too many. There's too many to know. There's, like, so many.
Dude, there's so many different
I
strats.
kind of
for
love
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that game
too.
so much, though. Like, it's one of my favorite iterations
It's
of
fun
Yu-Gi-Oh!
because it's a complex battle system. It's a system that has, and it's the same reason I like Devil May Cry.
But
or like
the
a bunch of other
complexity,
shit.
the complexity is all in before you even play your card. Once the card's on the field, it's like, yeah, this thing's gonna crash.
Yeah.
But you have to know your deck and the odds of, it's like card counting. You have to like know the odds of this fusion coming up for you and using it. And if it doesn't come up, you're like, well, GG.
Right, exactly.
Restarting my roguelike.
Yeah.
That game is impossible to roguelike.
It's really hard. Say this place also makes you more powerful. Yeah, maybe you should have thought about that one, dumbass. 254/256 is the integer limit. Yeah, depending on where you're coming from.
Oh, because it made Mario's attacks more powerful too.
Yeah. After that, numbers get really weird and start rolling over, and that's how you get item underflow or overflow. Item underflow is slightly different, but that's more of a Pokemon-specific thing. But like, that's how you get integer overflow errors, which mean that basically the computer doesn't know where the number ends. It just knows that there's a number here and there's a number here. So when you roll over, so when everything's a 1 and it's got to add 1, it adds 1 to the next number, which is coincidentally the first number of the next byte.
Okay.
I can explain it a little bit better with a diagram, but like...
Well, it counts from 256 to 1.
It counts from 256 to 0 in this number with a 1 in the next number, because they're not right side by side and the computer can't differentiate
Wait,
between
it
the
counts
two.
0 as a number?
Generally, yeah.
Oh.
It depends on how you have it set up.
That was just an hors d'oeuvre. Next time we meet, you'll feast on a deadly 8-course meal.
Maybe don't bring us here again, dumbass.
Ciao for now, my mustachioed guy.
Foo Fighters.
A little more, perhaps. They're strong, but they must be stronger yet to defeat Black. I must make sure they can face him when the time comes around at last.
So that's kind of weird.
That the guy can teleport? Yeah.
No, were you listening to what he was saying?
Oh, I know. I was just reading it.
He said,
That sounds sarcastic. I genuinely wasn't registering it.
he said they're strong, but they have to be stronger to be able to beat Black.
Right. But that just makes sense.
Then he said he wants them to be that.
Ah, okay.
Also, the fucking Lakitus. Red Wind.
He likes the chaos.
I really love. They're just like ride on the red wind, and you're like, what the fuck does that mean? And you just do this.
The wind that is red.
This Lakitu following us. Get out of here, dude. Goodbye. I would have been pissed if I fell off of that.
This is dark, by the way. We're writing a victim from The Boys.
The red wind. Yeah, binary is 0 to 9. Yep. But yeah, there's a whole like, I'm not gonna get too into it, but I'll show it. I'll draw a diagram for it later
Binary
if you
is
remind me.
0 to 9.
Oh, what else have I been watching recently? I found the Devil May Cry anime. That was funny. He was coming, dude. But I found the Devil May Cry anime. That was actually that's actually been really fun.
From Japan?
Yeah.
Oh.
It came out in like 2007. I want to say. Pretty good, honestly. I'm enjoying it so far.
How long is it?
It's like 10 episodes. It's like standard 20-minute, whatever episodes, 22-minute. But it's okay. I've been enjoying it at least. It was nice to sit down and watch some of that last night. I watched the first 3 episodes. 0 counts because 0 is an off state, so it really matters. Yeah, 0 is there's nothing here. So in computing, it tends to matter pretty heavily. This is where Francis lives. What's this castle got over mine? I don't know, dude. What do you think? And now we get to deal with the fucking nerd. I really should have I should have just called this stream "Guess Again, Nerd."
This is very creepy, by the way.
Here, you can go through.
So high technical.
Yeah, that's his like way of saying things are cool.
Totally undiscovered digital butterfly species. I must document it. Mario. Ew.
Get that fucking wing, dude.
I just don't like the image of like. It's just I don't know.
Cause you gotta remember that is a sentient butterfly that is stuck in a cage and being photographed.
No entry unless you are a super genius like me or a totally hot babe. Stay out. Well, also just like this guy who, like, there's a clearly like male character pointing a camera at a female character in this like singular lonesome room, and your like advantage is certainly being taken right now.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. It makes me uncomf.
Yeah, Walker Pierce, what's up?
No. How do you swap characters again?
Hold that. Hit 1 and 2. That's a quick menu. Same time.
Oh, okay. We need throw.
We do need throw. You hit 1. There you go.
E.
Nice. We're currently playing NBA hoops. I think you gotta get a running start on it to get enough height. There you go.
Hey.
You're just so totally high technical. Are we? Are we high technical?
For Francis' door. Okay.
You're good. That's all that's in here. To my knowledge. There are a lot of
stuff.
There are a lot of rooms in this game. It's just like you get this one thing here and that's it. There's very rarely any other reason to come back. Mario hoops 3-on-3. Let's go.
Oh wait, I just realized that Oh. Welcome home, master. Ew.
Yeah, it's like a little cat robot thing. This dude literally has cat girl maids.
I mean,
but
this guy clearly has money somehow.
I think he just makes it all. I think he's just a very handy dude.
Today is the street date for Prance of the Unicorns Volume 15. Do not forget. What's a street date?
The date that it releases publicly. The date that like a book releases publicly. He found some book or some manga that he likes.
A baseball game in extra innings has delayed the start of Starship X-Naught. I adjusted the recording now. Start time by 30 minutes to compensate. I bet you this guy loves sports. Welcome home, master. I have finished removing... I bet you he appreciates them thoroughly. I finished removing commercial breaks from your recorded program.
I will say, that's one thing that I hate about work, is that, like, basically the only thing that anybody talks about outside of, like, normal work is sports, and I'm just like, I am not interested in this.
No. Well, that's sort of the thing, is, like, that is totally, like, I get why sports are fun and cool.
Sure. I just don't care.
I just imagine this guy being one of them that's just like, if you're into sports, you're just like... Yeah, like there's some people that think that's just lower. People think that that's like lower entertainment than they're like, you know, whatever it is.
Right,
that
whatever
they
the hell
like
that they're doing.
Nerd culture or whatever it is.
I have nothing against sports. It's just not something I'm interested in.
I wouldn't think
most
it
of the
did.
time.
It's so common for people to not like that other people are fans of things, but then they are hypocritical when they're not fans of the things other people are fans of. You're like, it's all just liking a thing.
Right, you can just like things. That's okay.
I cataloged all of Masters comics and filed them away. Don't think I did it out of the kindness of my robo heart. They were beginning to clog vital fire escape routes from the castle.
Mario's Maid Service Extra Special Edition. An old grizzled Italian man in a maid outfit. It's Captain Lou Albano in a maid outfit.
Will you remind me who that is again?
That's the dude who played Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Nice. You managed to cheese the security bot. Big cheese. I can't wait until at some point.
No.
At some point, I'm hoping that I can actually hit YouTube partner, and then I can
Can
get.
I?
Healing is on. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Down. It's down.
Yeah. I thought it would be A still. A.
But at some point, I want to actually. I want to get emotes for the channel, and I definitely want Cheddar back.
Cheddar.
Did I not, you know Cheddar? The emote that I had, it was the dude from the it was the dude from the Goofy movie. The Cheese Whiz dude?
The Cheese Whiz guy?
I have an image of him. Hold on. Where's Cheese Whiz dude?
Trying to figure out. Oh, I have to switch guys.
Maybe it's in pictures? Emote? Where'd I put my emotes? Do I not have them anymore?
Oh, there we go. I'm trying to figure out the controls over here.
Where are they at?
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I'm just letting Luke play for a little bit.
Oh, I'm figuring it out.
Where are my emotes at? There's Cheddar. This is Cheddar.
Good man.
I was like, we need it. I just started.
Facial expression.
All of my
It's on the
emotes.
perfect frame. By
All
the
of
way.
my emotes are just me screen capping things after pausing randomly in the middle of like a weird animation. Hey there, paisanos! It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Is that the one where he just like swears in the middle of the show?
Yeah, the fuck you, Luigi.
Oh, you know what I need to do?
Peach.
Yep.
A little bit. There you go. It's a little hard.
I need some surgical level precision on this.
The shredder plus cheese equals the cheddar. I think you gotta swap back now. Because I think that this is another 3D staircase.
Never thought you'd see these three working together.
It actually, I really love this game because like it's a much faster paced game, but like it still feels good to play, and there's a lot of depth to the mechanics in the sense that you're still uncovering new things pretty much all the time.
And not a lot is lost just because they are.
I think you're gonna want the row.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I would just have to like jump and glide across with Peach.
I think you want the row here, because he's just gonna come at you.
Oh wait.
Wrong button.
Oh.
Nice. Just grab the ass.
I gotta wait till we're on the same level. There we go.
There you go. And then just jump and then slam. There's a exclamation point over there.
Oh, I was like, we have to go off to the side, I guess.
There you
we
go.
I was about to leap of
You should
faith.
probably heal.
Ooh.
Remember, kids.
Wait, his alarm went off while the cutscene is playing. I hope I don't die during a cutscene.
Remember, kids. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die, which is like one of my favorite PSAs ever. Captain Lou Albano saying, "Remember, kids, if you do drugs, you'll go to hell before you die," is just perfect. You can eat that roast horse tail.
Oof. Actually, might need more, to be honest.
You can. There's another shroom shake down at the bottom, I think. Nope. Peachy Peach or whatever, really.
If you fall in battle.
Yeah, don't eat the life shroom. If you eat the life shroom, I have no respect for anybody who does that, honestly. I was like, okay, so I was in chat this morning. I was in Queen Rowell's chat.
Ourselves.
I was in Queen Rowell's chat, and we were talking about earlier about the stream avatars thing, where she made a bunch of Rowletts pop up on the bottom of the screen, and they all represented like chat members. And I was we ended up figuring out that you can do boss battles
In chat?
in the chat, yeah. And so like you would just use chat commands to like describe. I don't think you're supposed to pick that one up.
Okay. Oh, we talk. Okay.
But we figured out you could do like chat commands to like actually do a boss battle, and it was like turn-based, and there was an actual strategy to it. And nobody was reading the actual like effects of what was happening in the chat, and everybody just kept spamming lifesteal. But lifesteal doesn't give you an attack that like steals life. It gives you a buff that lets you steal life with your next attack. So like 5 people in a row spammed. Oh, hold up. Let me look it up.
Thank you.
5 people in a row spammed lifesteal, and I just had to sit there and look at the chat and go like, guys, if you hit lifesteal, you're just going to die because you're just giving yourself a buff that lets you steal life whenever you deal damage, but you're not dealing damage, you're just spamming the buff. I ended up playing like a half-assed raid leader for this boss fight and like teaching everybody how to do mechanics in the middle of it. It really felt like I was playing an MMO and I was like raid leader for the fight.
But it was all happening in chat?
Yeah, and I had never done it before. I had never messed with this game before.
It's like a text-based adventure almost.
Yeah, a little bit. But I was like, the entire time I'm just sitting there, and like, Rowlett's actually trying to stream, and I'm sitting there organizing the entire group of people, like 8 people who are all playing the game.
She's over here playing Spyro, you're over here playing Brutal Legend.
No, she was playing she's playing Animal Crossing, and I'm playing endgame World of Warcraft raids, is what it felt like. It was just the funniest thing. Lifesteal times 40 will insta-kill whoever it hits, but it doesn't stack. So it just means it kept using the buff and it did nothing.
But it insta-kills whoever it hits.
But it insta-kills.
You have to hit is the problem.
Yes. But this is the whole Brondo thing all over again.
Not the problem, the challenge. What's Brondo again?
It's the thing from Idiocracy that's basically just Gatorade.
Right.
But they use it as this miracle thing that just fixes everything. Okay, the room on the right is 2323. We're completely skipping getting a pixel by doing this, by the way. You hit the button by accident.
Oh, I hit 2. I hit 1 to hit 2.
No, you don't hit 1. You hit 2. 2 is enter, 1 is cancel.
Ah.
Deploying security measures, and it drops you into a fucking pit.
Wait, Morphball. We're skipping an entire pixel. Is it a necessary pixel?
I don't think so, except for the segment, but it's really funny that it might be. I think you just gotta... Actually, you can just kill him with Dumpy. What's his name?
Dudley?
Dumpy? Immediately went back up.
Why did I need the box? Oh, to lift... Oh, wait.
Because you needed to stay down. You're good. Now you just gotta get past the chain shot.
But it's not down.
It is. It's down enough for the pipe to be up.
This is down.
The pipe, it would have only gone down halfway if you had stood on it with just you, but you took over the box anyway. Also, Dudley's smile flips upside down, or his frown flips upside down for a second into a smile when you do a ground pound.
Ooh.
Bowser would probably be a better idea here.
Does he hurt himself when he does it?
No, but maximum girth. Yeah, I think he does deal more damage with the ground pound.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, you ain't getting over that like that.
What the heck?
They're 3D. They're 3D, dude. They can flip between. So, no. You had it. You got it now. So you flip. You can climb up there.
That like, I got shocked. What is this? For Francis's eyes only, room on the right, 2323, room on the left, 2828. At least they made it easy to remember since you have to do like... Oh, who's this? Hey there! You seem friendly, if so, give me a hand. If not, give me a hand anyway.
Hello! It's a Joe Biden thing. Hello!
I don't know.
Did you not see that?
Dude, I don't know most memes.
No, because I could have sworn we'd shown you that one before.
Oh, finally I'm out. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Thank you. I've been shut up here forever. You'll never catch me in there again. I must repay you. I'm at your service. I'm sure you can find a use for my talent. Hold on a second, before we get all friendly.
Before we get all friendly, I have to show him the Joe Biden meme.
Yeah, I have seen
Hello.
this, yeah. We should see if we're on the same page. You met Francis, right? What do you think of the guy? Your first impression? Greenish, nerdy, awesome. I mean...
How about a fucking cunt?
He's greenish. He's a photo fanatic. He's into butterflies. He's irresistible.
What's really funny is...
Do you have to, like, compliment him?
No.
He's a monster. A greenish butterfly fanatic, basically a monster. Imagine that. You and I feel the same way about him.
Yeah, I will say...
We're bonding over our hatred of another man.
You know what? I've bonded over worse things before.
Carrie, The hovering platform pixel has joined your party. Am I playing Thomas Was Alone right now?
Something that I can't tell if it was good or bad. Recently, so I've realized I've been like using the C word, the cunt word, a lot more.
You can't tell if it's good or bad.
No, I can't tell if it's good or bad because it's not a. The reason I'm doing it more is because I'm talking with a lot more people from the UK and Ireland and other places where it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
You know, it's not Australia where they just kind of throw it around like whatever.
All the time.
But like, it's not as bad of an insult as it is
Sure.
in the US. And so it's just like something I've picked up recently, and I'm like, I actually got to actively think about not saying it now.
You have to be
In polite company.
It's anybody that like.
Hit one.
Oh, I was like thinking you had to do it. Okay.
Nope, you just go. You can just leave now. You can hover over spikes.
Oh, she's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
When is blood gonna rain from the ceiling?
I'm sorry, that was like the most random thing to be said.
It was not random.
What are you expecting?
Her name is Carrie.
Oh, you're thinking
There
about the
you-
fucking... Okay,
yes.
no, I understand.
Yeah.
You still got... I think you gotta flip again.
Ah.
Anytime you see those, like, dark boxes there, it's probably flipping. At least if there's nothing else to interact with it. Especially right now, because you can't really... I mean, you can't use Tippy, so...
Right.
You can't be like, what's that thing?
She's being used by someone else right now. Where am I? Okay.
There's a pipe behind the door, which is questionable architecture at best, but you know what? Sure.
Okay, so those were his chambers, I guess. Or no, this is the front door. Now we're back into the room with the and the water
Yep,
coolers.
yep.
I don't know like what kind of.
I think those are supposed to be vases, not water coolers.
Oh, it's like
He's taking pictures.
I bet we get the room on the right. That's a key. Room on the left is another key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23232828 because Francis is not particularly creative with what he does there. Also, the implication that Francis can like move in 3D perfectly fine because he definitely has to be able to get up those stairs.
Right.
Otherwise, he just kind of teleports everywhere.
I mean, nerds just understand what it's like, man. So they get to see all the realities and stuff. But this is the room on the left.
Yeah. So it's 2828.
Right. We were okay.
Or, I'll check. Normally, I've gotten into the habit, especially with older games, of just keeping a fucking piece of paper near me. At this point.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, this helps so much, man.
It does for sure.
Room on the right is 2323, room on the left is 2828. So this one's 2828. You're gonna need to flip again, dude. The game,
Oh no.
The game loves flipping.
Oh no.
You
He
were not
shoots.
far enough. Yeah.
He shoots like dudes. I couldn't figure out what. I honestly couldn't even like register the space. Oh wait, let's recharge our life force. Wait, is this not A? It's the same jump, by the way.
You gotta run. Running jumps give you more height in this game. Like, significantly more height. Also, those are bombs. You gotta... There you go. Carry also gives you the
That's
extra
awesome.
height.
That's pretty cool.
And then you gotta flip the peach, and then you gotta go back, and then you gotta...
Wait, do we have to, or no? Carrie will fall if we.
Yeah, Carrie will fall. Carrie just hovers, not, like, actual fly. Or a glide of any kind.
Wait, there we go. I'd be careful and diligent with my platforming.
I gotta get into another game soon. Like, just personally. Like, the off-stream stuff. Because, like, okay, I will say I'm very excited for Devil May Cry 5 on stream. And I've been saying that every time I talk about Devil May Cry on stream.
And you know that game the most of the five.
Yeah, no, I'm good at that game. I don't normally, like, say, like, I'm not amazing at the game. But
Well, that's the
I'm
thing,
competent.
I know that if you're saying... Wait, but we went to the right. Like, we went...
It is the room on the left, so I think that it's 2828 still. Because there was no other way to go, right?
We went to the right to get here is what I'm saying.
Yes.
But of the two ground pound rooms, we went left.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay. And now I know it hit 2 instead of 1.
I believe this is the 2828 room.
The room on the left.
Yes.
Always had faith in you.
Sure. We can say that.
Never doubted you for a second.
Oh, you get the Secura Meow. I do love how creative they get with some of the stuff in this game, as far as like presentation goes. This is one of those games where I grew up playing it, and I think it really had a massive impact on me as just like a person.
And this game did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like just like, and like especially like how I critique games.
It's really fun.
It's a good game. It's
Android
a really
Love
fucking
Patrol,
good game.
Volume 1, Android Love Patrol, Volume 1, Collector's Edition, Android Love Patrol, Volume 1, Collector's Edition reissue.
Nice. Yeah, you can't kill them, they just hurt you.
Gotcha, I thought it was someone that you talked to.
Nope.
Oh, this is so, you're not talking to the robot there, you're reading something on the shelf.
You're grabbing a key.
Yes, for the door.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Uber Photography Trains, Toys, Pop Idols. Unofficial guidebook of secret boss shattering strategies. The unofficial really gives it some weight, to be honest. Give your speed runs. They actually mentioned speed runs.
Yeah. Speedruns kind of existed at this point. Speedruns existed as far back as like, excuse me, probably like late 90s.
I'm kind of just like, I think it's cool that they mention it in...
Like, speedruns get mentioned in like, one of the first speedrun games ever was just Doom. That's why Speed Demo Archives existed. Other way. There you go.
There we go.
I think that's everything that's in here. You can flip the check. But...
You know what's a nice touch? He has those plushies I was talking about from Thousand Year Door.
Yoshi's, the fucking Fire Flower, those are all characters.
Yep. The Pipsqueaks, the Punies.
The Pipsqueaks.
The little Yoshis.
Yeah. There's so many.
There's a Peach back there. There actually is a Peach back there.
Yep. And that is Peach's hairstyle from Thousand Year Door.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I do like it when they introduce characters as, like, you know, your story is the one that I get to see, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's the little penguin guy, the reporter penguin.
Yep.
With the satchel, the paperboard hat.
Pennington?
Okay.
I think is his name. I don't remember.
There's a little Vivian in the back.
Yep.
And
Bobbery's bombs in front.
So choice.
That's Bobbery's bombs in front.
Right there with the mustache. Yep. Yes. Oh man, Thousand Year Door. Let's stop this right now and play Thousand Year Door.
Do you want to go play Thousand Year Door again?
Right now.
Book of Mario, thousands of doors.
I'm enjoying this a lot too. Book of Mario, thousands of doors. Dude, there's no Goombella. Is there? Am I dumb?
She might be back there somewhere.
I would be
just buried in there.
She wasn't.
Hey guys, good news.
I just love that there's a Vivian though. Oh dang.
I got good news, guys. We're getting a new graphics card. Yay! It's not going to be available anywhere, and it's going to be like $2,000. AMD Radeon RX 6950 XT. Oh,
you're not getting them.
I'm not. I got my graphics card already.
I was about to say.
I got my shit. I'm done.
I was about to say when you said that we got a new one, I was like, didn't you just get one?
I'm not buying another new graphics card for at least.
You're
like
saying a new one came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did give my old PC to James though, which was good. I know he needed one.
Oh shoot. Okay, oof, I got nerve. I abbreviate too many words.
You do. It's a problem. Go back and watch some of the Broforce videos. It's genuinely like we start yelling at you because you start abbreviating too many. You abbreviated the word abbreviation.
No. You brought that up because your teacher did that.
Right. No, you're right. And then, then you started doing it.
It's because of the Glass Cannon podcast, honestly.
Totally.
I just like...
It's funny.
I end up just being like...
It's funny, I like it.
It's funny to me too. It's mainly just for, like, I'm never doing it in a way where I actually expect people to know what I mean. It's
no, you're just doing shit, yeah.
Wait. I actually want to see... how do I get her to do her thing?
1. Pixel action is always 1.
I keep thinking I have to be in the air for it.
Nope.
It's just funny to me.
Yeah, ABV.
This is how the people in Wall-E got the way they did.
Yeah, it is. Like I'm saying.
You can jump as
Yeah, you can jump.
Yeah, it just gives you like a little foot protection.
Yeah, it gives you foot protection. You move slightly faster.
And your jump height was still pretty good. Carry.
Yeah. You went Thudley. We got a ground pound, remember?
Right.
We're getting quite a collection of pixels now. There's also some optional ones that we haven't gotten.
But we got to teach Franklin or whatever his name is. What's his name?
Franklin.
Is his name Franklin?
Who are you talking about?
The chameleon.
Oh, Francis.
We got to teach Francis.
I was like, what the fuck? I was thinking about Franklin the turtle from the fucking.
Yes, he's also green.
Yeah, quick, Carrie.
Oh, so Carrie would be necessary even if we knew the code.
You can, I think, okay, this is one of those areas in the game where you can actually skip getting Carrie by doing some ridiculous out of bounds strategy.
Can't you do Slim here though?
No, because Slim only works when Slim only protects you from spikes when you're standing completely still. Which is why I was stopping randomly in the middle of those spikes.
I understood.
It's like Vivian's veil.
Right. The Shadow Veil. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, she's such a cool. Like all those all those partners are so cool.
All of the all the Paper Mario characters are just neat.
Goombella,
well, all the old
dope.
Paper Mario characters.
Dope. Vivian, dope. Bobbery, very dope.
Bobbery's a good character.
I love all those side characters. Now that I'm like remembering them, I'm like, oh, all of these guys are good. They're all such cool, inventive characters.
There's so much characterization behind all of them. Yes. It literally doesn't matter that it's just like Goombella is basically just a Goomba in a different hat.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because you get a good character out of that.
And I still think the design is cute. You know
the design can still be good. But it doesn't. The design literally can be entirely separated from the character itself, and they're both still interesting.
I think Vivian was the only partner that wasn't a
just a generic character, a
pre-existing Mario baddie.
Mm-hmm.
You've reached the door to Master Super Secret Lair. You true or false? Okay. Starship and comics are never to be removed from their plastic sleeves. That's true. Role-playing games should be no less than 100 hours long, not counting side quests. That's very true. Fanny packs are both practical and stylish. Probably true. Please enter the secret code.
2323.
Welcome home. Master's Fantasy Fortress is safe from intruders. For now.
You remember this? We probably sat on this fucking song for a half hour. Trying to get through the Bobbery text. You just gotta bounce.
I know, I just wanted to see the room. Oh, there's a little, like, Hatsune Miku.
I want... You know what I really want to do? I want to go find audio of Caramel dancing and then just, like, play it really muted the entire time we're in the castle.
So, just to be like, that's what he has.
Yeah, that's what I'm blasting the entire time.
On his intercom system.
Just like...
That's funny.
Hold on. I'll just pull up the song. That's an ad. That's not what I wanted. Like, the entire time it's going on.
Carrie's a very cool pixel.
I want to, like, mute the shit out of it. This is what's happening the entire time in the background.
While he's like Mario just deadpan staring.
I would dead ass play a game that is entirely just like, it plays itself off as this like very like serious, very difficult thing. Like you're playing Katana Zero or something, but you've got Caramel Dancing playing in the fucking background. Like if you've got like a Devil May Cry game or like some other extremely fast-paced action game, and then you've got like really, but it's like really like serious, and then you've got Caramel Dancing playing in the background, that's fucking perfect.
Well, it's funny you say Katana Zero because I was remembering the scene in the club where like he's this samurai.
He's just
on
there.
A hit.
Yeah.
And he just like dances in the crowd, fist pumping. It's so funny.
It's good.
The idea of like him being willing to do something so like poppy and carefree solely because it helps him blend in.
It's good.
Like that's so good because you just
professional.
Get to see this character do something. So it is like the Hitman games.
Yeah.
The Hitman will like Agent 47
I think
will wear like mascot costumes that are so ridiculous just because he's like, I'm just trying to break the guy's neck.
Right. He's doing his job.
That was very interesting. That was a very cool character little vignette in that game when he dances in the crowd.
It's funny.
In the club.
It's good.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a Magic Koopa partner or one of the Spike Armored Koopas? That'd be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I highly recommend the Messenger.
You've brought that up, or maybe my brother has.
I think
But that has been recommended to me. It's definitely on some sort of playlist for me. I haven't acquired it yet.
the name's familiar and I can't remember what the fuck it is, but it's fine.
Wait a meow moment.
You look nothing like me. You look
I would love it if the
Yeah.
cat was like, hee no, welcome into the room. Wait one gosh darn second. Like, he just gets actually, like, voiced by Morgan Freeman.
Right.
So, like, you don't look a thing like my master. That's not Meow Kawaii.
Yeah, he's just like very serious.
Only Master Francis. And also, totally hot babes are allowed to enter.
I like how he probably had to specify what that was in their code.
Do you know how many dead hot babes he has in the dungeon who are not totally hot? They're just somewhat hot, and they just got dropped through that trapdoor.
Oh man, that sucks. All of those will get the kitty lasers.
There is a scene in Venture Brothers where the monarch's trying to go for the breakup with his girlfriend, and he like wakes up with a prostitute like in bed, and he's like, "All right, well, we're done here," and he like pulls this lever, and she falls through the trapdoor. My brother called me after that episode. He's like, "What a misogynist!" I'm like, "Yeah, clearly."
I think that was the obvious conclusion to draw.
So like, he's like, "It almost wasn't funny." I was like, "It
No,
kind of is."
that's very funny. I don't know what you're talking about.
kind of is.
It's extremely funny.
It's funny because at the end of the episode, she like comes out of a side door and she's like, "That was the worst dungeon ever," and like runs away. She's like clearly messed up. It's so funny. All others
You
will
get the kitty lasers.
Oh no! Oh wow!
You
Oh
need to-
no!
You need to be a totally hot babe.
Oh, that's right.
And you need to walk out of the room probably.
Right.
Welcome home. Maybe.
Did that turn it off? Oh,
Yeah, it just went away.
we have to be a totally hot babe. The idea that a kid would make this connection is also like,
It's very weird for them to have to make. Like I think
Yeah.
I don't think I had to look this up, but I think it took me a minute.
because you get that he's saying like, be a girl,
Yeah.
and we only have one girl with us,
Right.
and she does happen to be a totally hot babe.
Yep.
After I checked to see you're compatible with Master Francis, that is.
Oh, this is awkward.
Okay, video games and hot babes are totally high technical. He would say that's true.
The answer is obviously Bowser. It'd be really
It's limited
funny if he was.
edition, buy it.
If Francis was just like
If
a
it's
scaly.
limited, he's into limited runs.
Yeah.
Um,
Francis is like literally the definition of the worst fucking nerd ever.
I have bought games that I've never played.
Okay, this one just- everybody does
I was
this.
gonna say we've all done that.
Most people do this. Anybody who plays games on a regular basis has done this.
I actually don't. This could arguably be true.
Open that
also,
cabinet.
is the thing.
Open that cabinet.
Like, I could see him being the kind of person who just plays every single game.
Just
he's
like
bought.
open it up and start listing off the games in that cabinet, and I will tell you the first one that I haven't played through more than like an hour of.
Crash Team Racing.
Okay, not recently, but I have played that in the past.
What are we looking? We're looking for one you actually have finished.
No, for one that I haven't finished.
Oh, so you actually do finish a lot of your games.
No. That's why I'm saying just keep listing off games.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Monster Rancher.
Which one?
4.
I played about 30 minutes of it.
Soul Calibur 2.
I don't know if that one really counts, because it's something I really only play with friends.
I was gonna pick up this game too, actually. Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy.
I can't get that to work.
Really?
I don't know why.
Oh, that's a shame.
It might be the wrong disc or something, I have no idea, but regardless.
Mega Man X7.
Fuck that game. That game, I played an hour and a half of that game, it is miserable.
Okami.
I need to play it, I haven't played that one, I haven't played more than like 30 minutes of that.
Iron Maiden. Where's that CD?
That's a CD.
That's a CD.
Those are CDs. The CDs are in with the PlayStation 1 games.
Oh, you have Gex.
Yeah, which just sucks. But it sucks in a fun way.
Yes. Do you... well, I've heard. Do you... It's one of those games you see sold at, like, used game stores pretty commonly.
You should pick it up if you... Okay, everybody should
I-
pick up a copy of Gex if you find it, you
Just
have a means to play it. Just because the game's, like... It's not a bad game. It's fucking annoying sometimes.
It's one of those games that you just want to also get for, like, posterity's sake.
Yeah, if you can find a cheap copy of Gex, get it.
I am going to definitely pick up, because that's one thing once I had the PS2. I was like, I'm definitely going to pick up the Jak games, Jak and Daxter.
I want to pick them up as well.
I have a white whale thing with them, even though they're not that hard to find. White whales are supposed to be hard to find.
Yeah.
It's just that I sold them for like super cheap at Goodwill once. I told you the story.
Yeah.
I brought them to the front desk, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't keep them in a glass case. We don't have a glass case for the electronic stuff." So someone probably just took the discs, and she opened up the cases, and the discs were gone.
Of course.
Can I buy the case? No.
You could.
I didn't buy the case. I just most cases for like disc games are.
There's a latch on the back of that one. You just gotta feel around on the side. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like. I'm also gauging what I want to borrow next.
You can
when I
borrow
finish.
whatever, man. I don't care.
I do want to finish.
You should try Gun.
Ape Escape.
Ape Escape is a game that I own. Well, technically, I think my brother bought that
You
one.
should try Gun. We tried it. I like Trigun.
Trigun's good. Gun is a really weird game that it plays kind of poorly, but it's not bad actually.
Oh, the Mega Man. You have the Mega Man X collection.
Yes.
I tried the Mega Man regular collection, and those games are very, very difficult.
X is. You have more movement options, so it feels easier, although it's definitely not easier.
Oh, Pokemon Coliseum's dope.
I still need to play that. I haven't touched it.
Oh, really?
I got it from a friend of mine about almost a year ago now, because they were
dude.
cleaning out GameCube games, and I was like, I don't want to pay like $60 for that
That's
fucking game.
That's a good gift.
Yeah. And also, it smells very, very intensely like her perfume.
You did point that out to me.
It was really bad when I pulled it out of the like mailing.
There are
slip.
things I've definitely gotten from people, and it smells like them, and I'm like, all right, this is either going
She did not spray it with perfume. It
depending
just
on the
smelled like
person.
that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I definitely have gotten I've gotten inherited things or hand-me-downs from family members, and it just smells like something in their house that I associate with them.
Right.
For sure. My brother still has our copy of Pokemon Coliseum. We played that growing up.
I never played it.
The two games we were like...
I played XD, but I never played Coliseum.
Oh, gotcha. Gale Darkness.
Yeah.
The two games we were like, we don't care. We're too young to understand this, but we don't care how many bodies we have to throw at this. We're beating this game. It was Forbidden Memories and Pokemon Coliseum. We were like, we're beating this game.
Forbidden Memories is an expensive game now, if I remember right, which is a bit of a shame.
Oh.
But like, it's a good game. It's just not a game I ever really got into. It's a really fun game to watch people speedrun. It is a speedrun that I would fucking hate.
Alright, I bought games I've never played. It's probably true.
Yes.
If it's got fierce giant robot on giant robot combat and it's an insta buy,
That's me.
they're not dolls, they're action figures with real fire. Who lives with him that he has to prove this to?
Nobody.
I've dumped a friend over an argument about Starship.
Luke's kind of losing it.
That was too real, Eddie. I also like that they use the term dump a friend rather than dump rather
Like
than
an SO?
dumping. Yeah, being allocated to only SOs.
No, like I think it applies to pretty much any relationship. I think you can use that term.
But she's saying what she would do, not what he has.
This is a series of questions that the door has been programmed to ask
It's like
babes
weird.
as they enter the room, so to see if they're compatible with Francis.
Meaning, if he ever got Meaning, if he ever got a babe to actually come into his castle, he would still turn her away unless she answered all these accurately,
Yeah.
like or how he
Never
wants her
pull
to
the top
answer.
copy, find them in condition 1 fact.
I mean, that's probably just good buyer.
That's just being a good buyer. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a collector, I agree with that. My first love was an anime character. Facts. Me too, thanks.
Also, not that bad if you're like a kid.
Yeah, it don't really matter. I love going on message boards and complaining about games I've never played. Dude,
That's actually a problem. I don't know. I mean, freedom of speech, but like,
no, that's not freedom of speech. It's just being a fucking
What?
prick. There's a difference
Why?
between I would like to voice my opinions on this thing and I have no opinions of this thing but would like to speak.
right? Like, if you're saying something is bad but you don't know it, it's almost like that is a good point. It's like, almost like not an opinion. It's just.
You're just saying words.
It's just not a reality. It's not a reality because at least if you're bad, if your opinion that something's bad is based in reality, that's valuable.
Yeah.
Versus like it's not based in anything. That
Like, don't get me wrong, people are allowed to have their
I
own
understand
like
that.
experiences and imaginations, like on whatever they feel like, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But most of the time, it's like any other headcanon or anything, and if for whatever like series you have, it doesn't matter what your headcanon is. It's probably not the actual thing
Yeah.
that happened. And unless you find somebody who's genuinely interested in what you think about this game, you probably shouldn't worry about it too much. Like, just let it be your thing.
The reason I say freedom of speech is because I would never stop somebody from saying it. But
No.
you always got to put yourself in the shoes of whatever. If you made something, we all like creating things creatively. And if somebody criticizes it and they haven't even tried it, that can feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, because you're like, oh, it's
Like
just
me-
not even...
Like, you saw how I, like, prefaced how I was talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
I haven't played the game myself. I watched a shit ton of people playing it, and I've
Yeah.
talked with them while they're playing it.
And you prefaced and disclaimed.
Yeah, and I'm just like, look, I haven't played the damn thing. I can't say for certain. I don't think the game looks absolutely horrendous, but there's definitely, if you stop and look for a second, you're just like, okay, this doesn't look very good. Like, it's,
Yeah.
But, like, and then, even, like I said, I don't like complaining about graphics. But, like, on a game like that, like, I think it's got a good gameplay loop. I think it's got a good idea. And it just kind of
Okay.
needed more time to sit and develop.
That's fair, probably.
Like, it definitely needed more time to sit and
people
develop.
like, you can update games now.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about that, because it means that people are releasing games that are either not finished or have a ton of DLC.
Okay, when it's like stuff in alpha or beta that I just described, people do that in Steam. If it's to get your game kickstarted or to get people to whet appetites for that, that's actually, I see why people do that. I guess that's not necessarily a problem, right?
You're right.
But if it's like,
Also,
we're going to
this
make
dude
money
can't
off this
talk with
thing,
girls.
whether it's finished or not, is a bit of a bummer.
It just sucks. It's
Yeah.
just capitalism in its purest form, is
it's-
what it is, and it's like this sucks. This dude can't talk.
Capitalism is
Oh, that was
ideally-
the 1,000-year door curtain.
Oh, nice. Capitalism is ideally supposed to be, if your product isn't finished or good, I will go to somebody who does make that product.
But because it's Nintendo and they have a bunch of unique franchises that are basically cash cows, Smash, Animal Crossing, Mario.
But it's also IP. It's unique IP,
Yes, it's unique. It's unique IP, and it's things.
which isn't necessarily capitalism's fault. That's just you having right to your own
Nintendo
that you
fans.
invented. Like, I don't want anyone else making a Link game if I made Link.
Yeah, Nintendo
I'd
fans.
probably let them.
Yeah,
Let them.
but Nintendo fans have this weird thing a lot of the time. Like, I'm talking about, like, the ones you see on the internet, not necessarily everybody, but, like, a lot of them tend to hold Nintendo in, like, a sort of ivory tower is probably not a right word for it. But, like, they can't do anything wrong.
They
Like,
idolize
as soon as
it.
you start criticizing their games, they get very defensive and they're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
wow.
well, you can't say anything bad about Nintendo." I'm like, "No, that's not."
This is Nintendo saying this, or fans
This
of
is
Nintendo?
fans of Nintendo
Certain fans
saying
of
this.
Nintendo, okay.
And it's just like it's very frustrating to see.
That's a portion of the fan base that defends it. I
Yes,
guess.
and it's a
Gotcha.
large, very vocal portion
Mm-hmm.
of the fan base.
Well, that's interesting because I remember people didn't like there are certain things people don't like about what Nintendo does, and I feel like it's hard to not notice the disgruntledness there with certain things. People weren't pleased about, like, with the cost of the $50 NSO thing
Yeah,
with the emulators and stuff.
yeah.
What else?
I think it's mostly just I'm mad about that one because the quality of the emulator was very bad on release. But like, they are to their credit. They're adding more games, and it seems like they're updating the emulator somewhat, although there's still a chance that you can delete your entire save data if you fuck up in the original Paper Mario on the Switch emulator. Because of the way that it's programmed and the way that they fixed it, there's a chance that you just delete that entire game's save data.
Oh, shoot. I just realized it might be the things about IP law that's anti-capitalist that I don't like. Because what is good about, like, economic voting is, oh, well, you like this, but they don't make it so good, so I'll get it from somebody who makes it better. That can be a good thing. I mean, that's definitely good. Like, you don't get this thing, I'll go to something where it gives me that thing and it's better.
Right.
The thing, I don't know, they gave me a light bulb and it burnt out on the second day. I'm going to buy a light bulb that works better.
Exactly.
When IP comes into it, it's like, well, I invented the thing. I should be able to sell and make things with that thing. You can't just take my idea. I totally understand. But when it gets to the point that other people make third-party stuff, emulators, better than you do.
What the fuck, dude? You already made it better than you already made it 10 years ago on the Wii. That's what kills me. It's not even like third
Oh,
party.
you've done this better on older hardware.
Yeah, you've done this better 10 years ago. What the fuck happened?
But that's
man?
what I'm saying. We can't reward the people who make it better, which is actually a capitalist thing. To like, you're making the product better, so reward that and vote for that guy economically. Then vote, and by vote I say,
because at that point it's monopolistic.
Pay that, then pay that.
It's a monopoly,
right?
And that's just what it is.
Because the whole thing about things getting better is because usually there's an element of competition.
Mm-hmm.
But a monopoly inherently means you cannot compete. It's a non-compete. You own all rights to this thing. And when you invent a thing, I totally understand why you want to like keep the thing you invented, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know, man, it's a tough thing. Because I want the best version of something to be made.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone wants the best version of something to be made. But if it's made by a guy who doesn't own the original idea,
suddenly that's bad.
it's a tough thing. It's
there's no clear answer.
Yeah,
I know we sit here and talk about this sort of shit all the time. Yeah, IP protection to a certain point is fine, but in perpetuity it's not acceptable. Exactly.
Right. So there's a thing with this, if you allow me to branch off into from video games to playwriting. So many plays are just productions of Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah.
Because Shakespeare's
West Side Story.
Because Shakespeare's PD.
Yep.
It's in the public domain.
Exactly.
And if you want to produce any other
Winnie
play...
the Pooh is public domain, by the way, but you can only draw him without the red shirt because that's the Disney version, and that's still under IP protection.
Really? That's amazing.
Real thing that happened like last month.
Amazing. So Shakespeare gets overproduced a lot in Broadway, or not Broadway.
Everything.
New York.
A lot of
things.
A
lot of Shakespeare. She's blushing. Shakespeare gets overproduced because it doesn't cost anything to produce it. Well, I mean, outside of like the regular cost of a play, but you don't have to pay an additional license to license a story that wasn't written by you.
Right.
But you might want to tell that story. If you want to perform something from, I don't know, I can't think of what I'm talking about, but if you, there are things that if you want to perform, you have to pay a license for that.
Yes.
To pay, which is like, okay, you wrote the thing. If I write a play, I would want to get some sort of...
Nintendo would still have the reputation and a draw from the quality if Mario was in public domain. Exactly. That's what we're saying. We're saying, like...
Nintendo would still have the reputation and a draw from the quality if Mario was in PD. Dude, yeah.
Going back to Pokemon.
Pokemon's weird, too, because it's like, it's still growing and...
It is one of the biggest franchises ever, period.
I wish there was some...
It's like Minecraft, Pokemon.
I wish there was some...
Pokemon... Sorry. I should specify that. Pokemon is, I think, the highest grossing franchise, period. Minecraft is the highest grossing game, period.
You're absolutely
right. If you talk about every Pokemon game, I think most Pokemon games end up being a fairly high grossing amount anyway.
Yeah. And I think even if you add merchandise to it, Pokemon merchandise...
Oh, the merchandise is way more...
Dwarfs Minecraft merchandise.
100%.
Even though the Minecraft merchandise is still banger level economic.
It's still growing, too.
Yeah.
It's gotten, like, way more popular again. Yeah, if Joe Schmo made a Mario game, Nintendo made a Mario game, whose Mario game would be likely to better and sell better? Exactly.
Right.
I think
probably still Nintendo's.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the clout.
Right. It's the clout and just like they have the resources.
I mean, we saw this with you were telling me the history of the Philips CDI Zelda games. I never knew those existed. I never knew those existed.
Yeah, it's always funny it's always entertaining to talk about those. Nintendo lost their goddamn IP.
For one of their most
they literally almost went bankrupt
franchises.
They almost went bankrupt and had to sell their two biggest IPs at the time.
What was the second one?
It was Mario.
It really was Mario.
Hotel Mario.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they sold their Golden Boy.
Yeah, they sold both of them.
That's rough.
It sucks, dude.
That's weird that we have those now just because of that.
I find it really entertaining, if only because those games are really bad, but also really they're entertaining because they're bad.
But that's the thing. You get things now that are like, whether or not it's in the PD, you're getting stuff like Bloodborne PSX or Pokemon Renegade Platinum. Like people are making these things whether or not it's technically kosher to do so.
Sure. People are still going to make them regardless.
It would just be nice if it was allowed.
Yes.
Like, in a way that was recognized by the big first-party guys.
Getting back into that, we've talked about Gilvasunner before, who is a person who specializes in rips of Nintendo games, like the soundtracks.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Gilvasunner took down his channel as of today.
He did? Oh, because it's Friday. Wow.
It's Friday. So... Nintendo went on it, or somebody claiming to be Nintendo. It may not have actually been Nintendo. It was specified as Nintendo JP, which isn't a company that exists.
Wait, what are you saying? This happened today?
This happened like Monday, or like Saturday. Like,
It wasn't Nintendo?
it may not have been Nintendo.
Oh.
We don't know for sure because YouTube hasn't looked into it, but somebody put a copyright claim in claiming to be Nintendo JP, which is a company that doesn't exist, but I would imagine they're talking about Nintendo of Japan. They put in a copyright claim on like over 3,000 of Gilvasunner's rips up on his channel on like last Saturday.
And it was a separate copyright claim for each one?
Yes.
Wow. That's
And they asked him to remove all of those videos. Wow. It's not that he had to delete the channel because of it, but basically they asked him to take down all of those videos. And then like Tuesday, there was another, or Tuesday or Wednesday, there was another like over 1,000 that got taken down. So
wow.
Gilvassunner called it quits. Gilvassunner called it quits. He called it. He said, "Yep, I'm going to delete the YouTube channel, and you know it's not worth trying to upkeep this anymore."
Wow.
So he decided he was going to call it quits, and it's a shame, man.
No kidding.
It fucking sucks. Ironically, the same day that a lot
So it's gone. It turned off.
I would assume soon, at least the next couple hours or so.
Dude.
Nintendo of Japan is usually written out as Nintendo of Japan. Yeah, this was specifically Nintendo JP, which isn't really a company that exists legally, so I don't know the whole legality of everything. But regardless, he got a shit ton of videos taken down, and it brought up the whole thing about Nintendo holding their IP and then not really giving people a way to access like soundtracks like most other companies would do. Nintendo has, in 95% of cases, never released a digital version of their own soundtracks, and in most cases they don't have a physical version either, so you just can't access the music unless you carry around your Switch or whatever you play those games in, like a fucking Walkman.
Or do the thing where you hold your recorder up, your microphone up to the speaker of the...
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, it's frustrating because a lot of these people love this sort of music and there's just no really good accessible way to get a lot of it. However, the same day that Gilvassunner said that he was taking his channel down, the Pokemon Company released an official way to download and use the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the Gen 4 soundtracks.
I saw both of those posts you're talking about, but were those related to each other?
Not at all. Well,
really?
It seems serendipitous. It may not be. It may have been, actually, we just want to release the Gen 4 music as a thing. But you can just go download all of the Gen 4 music as a zip. You can use it in basically anything that's not streaming for money. So any website that would play ads during your stream or anything, you can't use it on. But basically, as long as you're not making money off it or otherwise messing with the soundtrack and like selling it, or even, I don't even think they let you like modify it and then redistribute it for free. But like they'll let you can just have the soundtrack for the Gen 4 games. I have a theory. Go ahead, Walker Pierce. You have the floor. Anyway, we're gonna keep playing this. Literally, this dude boots up a fucking dating sim app whenever he has to talk to a girl because he can't do it in real life.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
What is he talking about? Peach returned the poster.
This is the boss fight.
The reason they rarely release the music may be a part of the Sony redistribution fiasco with Earthbound and Mother. I'm not familiar with that, actually. I want to say I've vaguely heard about it, but also anything that involves Sony and Nintendo tends to fall on its ass very quickly, so...
What, you mean Sony and Nintendo trying to, like, cooperate and play nice?
Yeah, so way back in the 90s, the reason that the Sony PlayStation exists is because Nintendo made... It was supposed to be the Nintendo PlayStation, and Sony was helping to work on it.
Really?
Nintendo dropped the contract out of nowhere and decided they weren't going to do it, and Sony just released the whole goddamn... They fixed it up themselves and released the whole goddamn thing, and that's why PlayStation exists.
I kind of love that.
It's kind of funny. It was supposed to be like an add-on, or... It was supposed to be an add-on for the SNES, I think. To play
Sony,
CDs.
Earthbound.
I'm sure Walker Pierce will explain to some extent.
First thing that comes up says Earthbound YouTube videos keep getting flagged for copyright by Sony, so we're on topic.
Okay, so Francis just mentioned potentially getting married, and one of the responses is, so how much do you make?
How much do you make? Let's take it slow if you would have me. That's funny. All these are funny. Do you think we should get to know each other a little better first? He was picking these responses for me anyway. I'm not marrying this dork. The angry Peach. Dude.
Bruh.
When they get to like take their non-Mario characters and let them like really have like these personality moments, it it's nice. Like, you know, you don't
it's
really
good.
see the characters.
I like
stuff.
this in particular because it's just goofy, but I think it's a good way to like characterize both Francis and Peach a little bit more. Like it gives a lot for both of them. Yeah,
You better bring her on now.
he's very confused. The boomer.
Peach used Boomer. Boomer exploded. No, my graphics card.
That hurts a lot more now than it did in 2008. I'm just saying.
Wow, this chapter has been great.
I love this chapter, man.
He does move in a very 3D way.
That was the only known copy of the Nerd 2 Babe patch. Now it's gone forever. Well, suck, dude.
Dude, these guys rule the world. I want you to understand this.
I know. Mark Zuck.
Believe it or not, these guys are what jocks look like now.
They are, yeah.
Because
I mean, like the jocks never ruled jack shit anyway.
I mean, their personality
Yeah,
of like,
yeah.
this is still like.
It's the same dude. He just has a lot more confidence now.
It's because people resent jocks for being better than everyone else, but a lot of those nerdy guys that do that also
crypto
resent
bros.
everyone else
Yep.
for not being as good at them at stuff. So you're
Right.
still being a jock, you're just calling yourself like
You're
a nerd.
still being an elitist asshole.
Basically,
Like, you
it's
can-
not nerds and jocks, it's selfish people and conscientious people.
Exactly. In the 90s, Nintendo had to use Sony to distribute physical OSTs for Earthbound and Mother, so when they cataloged all their music rights a year or so later, Earthbound was part of it. Leading to YouTubers like Chuck Conroy getting their Earthbound playthroughs struck by Sony. Right. This is coming back to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, this is coming back now. I remember this. Yeah, it's because when they cataloged everything with YouTube is what happened. But Nintendo had a whole fiasco about
What
it.
time period was this?
This was not long after the entire like
In the
content
90s.
ID. No, this was not long after the entire content ID system started going up on YouTube. So this was like I want to say 2012.
Okay.
Might have been a little bit later than that.
Some of these headlines are saying like 2021, 2022.
I mean, like they keep happening, but like there's a whole fucking. I know what you're talking about now, Walker Pierce. Yeah, it's Sony licensing sucks for the record, and the reason why streaming and getting good music for streams sucks so bad is because of random fucking licensing and copyright laws that just make it damn near impossible, and then actually trying to contact companies and get rights for things. The licensing for streams is nobody licenses for like small streamers or anything. It's only for like bigger like production value stuff. And so like prices for live streaming music more than once can go into like tens of thousands of dollars. Like that's how much those licensing fees can be. And it's just not something that anybody can really afford, but you know, companies don't really care. Came up with the name Francine on my own. Why are you calling them Francine? Thought it was a little weird you could talk and everything. You're my only offline friend, so no one will take you away from me. You know what? I feel a little bad for you, dude, but like...
You got their friend by kidnapping them.
Yeah, that's usually a pretty bad way to start a friendship. This reminds me of Kirby Superstar. Just the fact that we're fighting a chameleon that can turn invisible and that's his main thing.
This is actually pretty jamming.
I forgot what this one sounds like. I saw Luke start grooving and I was like, I should put the headphones
Yeah, I
back
just
in.
started like shimmying.
Luke's grooving, man.
This is a good track.
This entire game is just filled with good music. Where's the bitch?
Do we have to fight him as Peach?
No.
Okay. No, it's funnier if he gets beat by a girl because, you know, girls aren't as strong.
Well, we'll swap back to Peach before last hit.
Typical girl, have the man fight the battle and then take the credit. I'm trying to get you canceled as quickly as possible.
I know. That's what you do. That's what you do on this channel.
It's my main channel goal.
I need to
is
do
to
this.
get you canceled for the
Okay.
stupidest reason.
So at one point, I want to do like a longer stream, and I've talked about this before, like a marathon stream. And I'm probably gonna have you guys come over at some point, just to like keep me company, so I don't go nuts doing this shit on my own. But it'd be really funny if you guys we just have a segment where it's just you and everybody else trying to fuck with me as much as possible in a short time span.
Short time span.
After I've already been streaming for a really long time.
So you're like woozy.
Yeah, I'm like tired and just not feeling great.
We want to get you in a state where you're not taking care of yourself and then attack you more.
And then I go take a break and you guys take over for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Mess with you how?
I don't know. However the fuck you want to do it. Hell,
Torture me live on cam.
you know what we could do though?
No, David, no.
No.
Oh no, he's consumed us.
Get the fuck out of there. That attack is really hard to avoid. You kind of just got to be constantly moving. But I want to, motherfucker.
List of commercial failures in video games, Wikipedia. This is a long...
Painter Kirby? Yeah, you could swallow the, when you defeat the chameleon in Kirby Superstar, or Superstar Ultra, you can get a, you can swallow him afterwards, and he gives you, like, a Painter Kirby ability, which is a one-time use, like, burst ability. God damn it. I need to itch my nose.
I know, I can see you're multitasking over there.
Where the fuck are you, you green shit?
He's greenish.
He's Shrek. But, that may be part of the reason Nintendo may be terrified of both piracy and trying to keep a stranglehold on music IPs to avoid that happening again. Yeah, I think part of it has to just do with the fact that it's fucking Nintendo, and we've been talking about this all night, but Nintendo... I know we're playing a Nintendo game right now, but, like... Nintendo's an antiquated game.
Yeah.
Nintendo has very antiquated business practices, and it's run by a bunch of old Japanese men. Which, you know, that
Yeah.
I say that a lot like it's a really awful thing. It's not the end of the world, but, like, there are a lot of problems with it.
It's tough to... That's the toughest thing with business, is that you want to criticize things because it's not convenient for, like, groups that enjoy the product, but it is still clearly financially sustainable.
Sure. And
And that's
Nintendo can do whatever the fuck they want,
it's
because
a tightrope for sure.
Nintendo is at a point now where they could basically do whatever the fuck they want,
Right, it's not
and
a
still
tightrope
make
for them.
money.
I just mean it's a tightrope for, like, codifying it in your mind of, like,
Right.
how... what should be the way, even though...
Oh, it's by swallowing his paint blob attack, my bad. I forgot you could get it with Heavy Lobster, but you are right. By the way, Kirby Superstar Ultra, excellent game. If you've got, like, a DS, I highly recommend picking it up, because that game is really fun. And honestly, at one point, I might see if I can get a 3DS and send it over to Delfino Customs. I know we talked about it earlier, but I want to see if I can get a 3DS capture card at some point. But it's a pain in the ass to get it done.
Beyond Good and Evil was a
Oh, Christ.
commercial failure.
Yes.
Oh.
Very good game. Cool game. Very, like, interesting. Just not.
No, the very next one is Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend was a big commercial failure.
Wow.
Game cost a lot to make. EA was the one, yeah, EA was the one making it. Or rather, EA was the one publishing it. It was made by Double Fine and Tim Schafer, and the game took way too long to produce.
Yep.
And
No, I'm just reading here, you know your stuff. Like,
it took way too long to produce, and then the game was marketed as a... Tim Schafer wanted it to be an RTS, and they kept adding in action elements, and to the point where if you say RTS on a console, real-time strategy game,
yeah.
people are really, really, really cautious about it. Most of the time, they
Right.
don't sell well, because they're generally not good on console. It's meant as it's a good mouse and keyboard game. It's a really bad game when you're trying to work it with a controller. So Brutal Legend as an RTS game wasn't really marketed. It was marketed as an action game, but most of the action game components start to fall off after about the first hour and a half of the game. So
It's that battlefield management stuff you were talking about.
yes, that becomes most of the end of the game.
Right. Okay.
It's like the last, like, probably 5 hours of gameplay.
This is Jack Black, Lemmy Kilmister, Rob Halford, Ozzy Osbourne, Lee
Dude.
Ford, Tim Curry.
The fucking cast for that game.
That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, that's why. Because they got, like,
Wow.
5 or 6 solid 80s rock stars to come in and voice characters, along with Jack Black and Tim Curry.
Conquer.
Conker's
Bad First Day I knew about. Dakatana, don't know what that is. I'm really only saying the ones I know about. Duke Nukem Forever. Earthbound. Earthbound's on this list.
Duke Nukem Forever was a fucking terrible game and nobody should play it, but I will play it on stream if somebody wants.
Epic Mickey 2.
Specifically 2.
Specifically 2, The Power of 2.
I didn't hear anything about Epic Mickey 1. Or I heard very little. I knew it existed. It wasn't really interesting to me.
Oh, Grim Fandango. I've actually heard good things about that game.
That game is a good game. There's a lot of surprisingly large amount of games that were commercial failures that are actually really
That are
fucking
actually
solid
good.
games.
Wow.
Like Brutal
No,
Legend.
yeah, I don't doubt it. That happens a lot with movies, too.
Yeah.
Shows generally not, because Well, unless it's the first season, because something will get canceled out the first season,
Yes.
and then it finds its audience, and you're like, dude, you just had to give it some time.
Right.
Okami.
Okami, yep.
Overkill is The Walking Dead. Is this the Walking Dead game that where you actually play as like Daryl?
I think so.
Because that one actually, I think also, it just couldn't hold up to the Telltale ones, but I think I've heard people say good things about
It's still
it.
a solid game.
Except I have seen bits where it's just like, this is insane, and there's no way to but I still feel like people don't hate the game. It wasn't, I don't know, I think people just think, oh, it's Walking Dead, and Walking Dead's a hit.
Right.
So therefore, anything with that name on it will be a hit, and that's not.
That's how every licensed game thinks it's gonna work, and there's so many bad ones.
Yeah. Star Wars is like the one that apparently does it okay.
Yeah. Star Wars, just everything's kind of like, it's okay. We'll be fine.
Well, I mean that they make games, not just movies, and the games are still considered pretty good and they do well.
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
How the ADHD brain works. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 is 1 less than 7, so 7 plus 6 must be 13. Hey, man, that makes sense to me. It's not how I do it, but yeah.
Yeah, isn't that just true?
Yeah. That's just how... 'cause it's more of a talk about, like, how ADHD brains tend to function slightly differently.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Count, there's still time. You can still change your mind. Why is she so sad? Oh, she doesn't want to end the world.
Yeah.
She just mind controlled like 3 or 4 guys. But we'll forgive her. Whatever.
It's just immediately...
Yeah, it's like she's got
I
a
give
bun. She's got a bun. Let's lay off of her. You needn't stay by Count Black's side. You needn't stay by Count Black's side. You can depart with my blessing. That's never been true by any bad guy ever. Oh no, my Count, I won't be doing that. My life is sworn to you.
This is one of those situations.
Yeah, I belong to you since the day you saved me. Oh man.
All for the count.
I'll be sticking out with you until the game ends, Kay?
They do this a lot.
Did she have like a scar under her eye? Like on her eye under the
It almost
glasses?
looks like it, yeah.
I guess it
can't-
might just be an eyebrow of hers.
It might be an eyebrow.
If that pleases you.
Yeah, I think it's just an eyebrow.
Oh yeah, she's the same species. She's the same race as Mimi and the Flipsidians.
Yeah.
I like how digital this game is for like paper. It's like the
Yes.
digital age.
This game really rode that line well in terms of like just creating its own like unique little thing. Like it doesn't have to explain everything.
Right. It feels like paper, but the paper in WordPad.
Yeah.
Notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is our dear Count playing at? Oh well, I'll let him worry about that. I must attend to my own projects. Psychonauts is on here as well.
Yep. A lot of Double Fine games end up on there.
Shenmue and Shenmue 2.
Yeah, those games. Oh man.
Sonic Boom.
I'm not gonna talk about Shenmue 3 again, although I'm really tempted to talk about Shenmue 3 again.
Oh, I read a game once, Sunset, a first-person exploration adventure game involving a housekeeper working for a dictator of a fictional country. It was developed by two-person Belgian studio Tale of Tales. I read that as Sunset Overdrive, which
is a good game. But I don't think that sold particularly well either, actually,
I don't
now I'm
think
thinking
it
about
did.
it. That's a really fun game, though. I'm really excited to play DMC Devil May Cry 2, but hey, this is important.
Oh! It's the
It's doing the thing.
Yeah, it's the
I
little
skipped a
vignettes.
couple lines, but I don't think you're missing much.
You're crying. Why, Timpani? You must tell me what's happened. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Just forget it. Oh no, Timpani. Is my father behind this? Oh yeah, the mean father. I'm just an ordinary girl. No matter how much I love you, we must part.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive was meh. It's a game about killing zombies, and its entire
It was
description.
mad.
You're drinking bright orange Sunny D, and it just says rad, and you got a thumbs up on the box,
It's
and
an
that's what it
energy drink,
feels like. That's
yeah.
what that game feels
You're
like.
drinking straight up gasoline.
Yeah.
And killing zombies.
Yeah, and that's just what it is.
Timpani, This is goodbye, Blumiere. There's no other choice. This is our fate. Oh man. This is like a star-crossed lovers thing.
Yeah.
Timpani's like a prince. And Blumiere...
Well, Lumiere's the prince.
Lumiere's the prince. Timpani's the ordinary girl.
Mm-hmm. We got the heart. I don't think you did anything
It's
inherently
also
wrong.
literally victim blaming yourself.
Yeah. And then Bowser, not knowing who the fuck this is and not really caring.
Carrie just chilling and vibing behind him.
Carrie don't have anything to say. Oh there! It's the. Oh! We made that joke so many times when we were playing through.
There's a clip of. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll post it on the Discord. It's just called the old man.
They could both be princesses. You're right, Walker Pierce. But go ahead.
Oh sure, the old man. Sailing in Breath of the Wild in Portuguese or something, or in Italian.
No.
And it's like, oh, when he comes in.
Yeah.
And like the last one you get right before he turns into a ghost and says, "Meet me at the top of the tower." He laughs. Like, oh, ho, ho, ho. And when in the Italian one, it's just like, ah! It's just like so different. It's so.
I love localizations because sometimes they just don't fucking make sense. Yeah, let's go get the pixel.
Oh, another picture from 3-1.
The dude who we were talking to at the beginning in the bush.
For him, yes. Yeah. This is Metroidvania. I think I literally just did it, not to justify it, or not to justify my thought process, but I think I literally just made the conclusion because Blumiere reminded me of Lumiere, and he's male.
That is where the reference is, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. Even though he was a candlestick, and candlesticks aren't gendered, but he used to be a guy. You know what I mean? Like he used to be a man.
Yeah. Seems my ancestors roam far and wide in their dimensional travels. In a castle beyond the great sea, we hid a pure heart and sealed it safely. We're reading such a passage, blah, 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 blah. I think it was because Tippy began to trust us that we found the pure heart. Yeah. I don't know who the last one is.
Luigi falls in from the ceiling. Luigi! And he does the Gibby rib crack.
The Gibby thing. Dude, I know we talk about this all the time, but that fucking scene is so
crazy.
It's so nuts because it's like 3 seconds and that stunt literally broke a man's rib cage. He landed flat from like 10 feet up on hard concrete with no padding.
There's another clip about that I'm gonna post in the Discord.
Gibby! I'll Bowserize it.
Mr. Bowser.
Mr. Bowser, may your strength be blah blah.
Mr. Bowser. I do kind of like that because he's like Loki status. He's done bad things, but he hasn't done any bad things in this dimension.
Right. We all know, but he doesn't know.
We all know what he's capable of.
I was instructed to remind you. Yes, thank you, Walker Pierce. I appreciate that.
Of our extra Pixel Boy.
Yeah, we should go get him. I like Barry. He's funny. I just remembered his name right now. I'm not even kidding.
Like a fruit berry or the man berry?
Like the man berry.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about Barry since I played this game for the first time, like, close to 10 years ago. If not, well longer than 10 years ago now.
I can't even remember. It's so hard to remember the last time you remembered something because you have to, like, remind yourself of it.
I haven't eaten since the last time I eaten is the first thing that popped in my head. It's a Rugrats thing. Phil and Lil just say that out of nowhere.
There's one where she, like, decides to become a vegetarian. I think she does in the All Grown Up.
She does.
And he's like, if I knew the last bug I eated was gonna be the last bug I eated, I would have eaten it slow.
Yeah, it's like so it's such real. A good bit.
The line read is so genuine too. He's like, I would have eaten it slow.
No, and that's the other cool thing. There's a I forget what the term is, but like it's a reference sheet for like Rugrats characters and specifically for Tommy. And it was showing Tommy, it was showing a bunch of different animations with Tommy, and it was like, you can't have Tommy show an emotion that isn't like a visceral human emotion. It needs to be it can't be an emotion that is societally learned. It has to be an emotion that is just a natural human emotion. So you can't have him feel righteous fury towards something that feels wrong. And then they did it in the Rugrats movie, and I realized that because there's that scene where he almost kills, where he like, there's an implication that he was gonna try and like kill Dill.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
And there's an implication that he like hates Dill like really badly, and he's like standing over the crib, and he's just like angry with him, and it looks like righteous fury almost. And I was like, why did you break it for that?
He tries to like take his cookie or his or his milk or something.
Yeah, and it's like this dude would kill if he understood how to do that.
This man would kill if he knew what he could do. That's funny.
Thanks, but I don't need any more tips. Yeah, we got.
I thought it was just gestures, not just emotion.
Yeah, it's any gesture really.
I think they were just trying to tap into like the jealousy that like firstborns can feel.
Yeah. Anyway, so optional.
But yeah, there's definitely a line to ride, and they could have probably implemented it better with that plot, especially with how like nice he is to Dill like later on.
Well, I think part of the film was him getting used
You're
to
learning.
being around Dill and not being used to being like not a single child anymore, like an only child. Anyway, now we've got Barry, who doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself. He makes a big spiky barrier.
Okay, you're gonna know what the joke is, but I shared the video to, like, everyone's gonna know the joke as soon as you read the title, but I shared the video to memes, and it's called Gibby Has Been Falling for 30 Minutes.
Oh no. Is it? It's the Spy Kids 2 meme,
This is
isn't
the
it?
thumbnail. No.
Oh, it's the Loki one.
Yeah, in Spy Kids, they've been falling for about an hour.
It was about an hour, yeah.
I don't know, about an hour?
Yeah, no, I'm because it's one from Spy Kids 2. Yeah,
Yes,
anybody who's in this chat probably knows what I'm talking
Doctor
about.
Strange is...
I know Return Pipe Walker Pierce.
we need Loki. Oh, right. I have been falling for 30 minutes!
It's really funny, actually. I like
Yeah.
that. That's a really good line read.
Hiddleston does a really good job.
I
with that,
give Marvel movies a lot of shit. I just don't like them.
Well, that one's Taika Waititi, who I
Yes.
literally will sing praises for all
100%.
day.
I think the writing, and it's just, I
fanboy for him.
I have a beef with Marvel movies in a
Right.
nutshell. Nothing against like any of the individual directors or actors even in those movies. I just get tired of seeing massive big budget blockbuster films over and over with the same actors. It's not entertaining to me. You must hurry to the next world.
There's something kind of awesome to me about how wide scale it is, but that being said, I haven't really bothered with one since Ant-Man.
Right. There's
it's
a
just
cool idea there, but I think that they're like not necessarily shoddily done. But it feels like there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into some of the stuff that goes on. I was looking at some old dinosaur cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh game, and I was instantly transported back to like 3rd or 4th grade. Dude, the dinosaurs. Let's fucking go, dude.
I'm trying to think.
I don't feel like figuring out where
My
to go.
favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card was, I don't remember what it's called, but it's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card I had as a kid, and I always put it in my deck because I thought it might come in handy. And I just remember feeling bad for the person in the thing, and it was just one of my favorite art. Like, I remember loving that art. It's called The Unhappy Maiden.
Yeah, I'm aware of the card.
I had that when I was a kid, and between my brother and my sister and me, I was the only one who had that.
It's a neat card.
I was the only one that had that card. Like, my siblings didn't even remember how I got it, but I had it. I think I picked it up at like a Beaver. This is a deep cut, but I picked it up at a Beaver's Wallpaper, which is
Those don't exist here.
in Florida. They had a wallpaper store called Beaver's Wallpaper.
Okay.
And the reason kids wanted to go there is because they also collected old Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you could buy them for like 20 on the nickel or something. It was awesome. And I don't even remember if that's where I got it or a friend gave it to me or whatever, but I had the Unhappy Maiden card, or is the Unlucky Maiden. I can't remember what it is. But I think it's called the Unhappy Maiden or something like that. That was always my favorite card, and to this day, it's still my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card of the cards.
It's a cool card. It's a neat card.
If I saw that, I'd be like, oh, that's nostalgic.
I think my favorite card, and this was a weird one because it was a weird time period.
Walker, are you saying, oh yeah, to the 4x4 up the stairs, or the Unhappy Maiden?
Or the Beaver's Wallpaper.
Or the Beaver's Wallpaper. If you remember Beaver's Wallpaper, I will be so impressed.
I mean, like, Walker's, it's possible it exists where he's at. He's a little bit further south than here.
Yeah, I mean, Beaver's Wallpaper might still be around. I just assume everything, like, it's one of those things that's so old in your head, you're like, it probably
You just assume it's not there.
it's not around anymore, yeah.
First edition is like, yeah, 7 point, yeah.
$7.24. $7.24 for an Unhappy Maiden card.
Yeah, the Maiden.
It's just called the Maiden. I thought it was called the Unhappy.
There's an Unhappy Maiden,
What am I
definitely.
thinking of?
The Unhappy Maiden is definitely the name of a card.
Okay.
Excuse me. I don't remember where the pattern is. So it's somewhere on here. Maybe there's a sign. Ah, it's on the side of the fuckers.
I'm not even looking at the screen, so.
I'll take a damage for this. Geez, what was it? Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon is the one I'm thinking
This
of
is
because
the card I had as a kid. That's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card.
it's a cool card.
Yeah. I still remember the ability, even without reading it. If your opponent destroys this card, they must end their turn.
Yeah.
That's like the caveat of that card.
Yeah, the Unhappy Maiden, I was just trying to shorten it. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh, yeah.
Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon is a card that I think we had one copy of between like 6 or 7 of us that had
Baby
pretty
Dragon.
big collections, and I ended up trading for it because it's just a card that I really like, and I liked running dragon decks.
A pitiable young girl.
We had an antique mall that was similar to Beaver's. Yeah, antique malls
Oh.
are great, dude. I love antique malls. I miss them. It's hard to find good antique stores nowadays, honestly. Most of them, it's just full of like random garbage that nobody cares about.
Oh yeah,
That being
like
said, everybody, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, there's always going to be some use for it. But
yeah, we went to Goodwill.
yeah,
2 months ago.
we go to Goodwill. Luke and I go thrifting occasionally, along with Eric,
Yep.
who hasn't been on this channel, I believe, yet. He shows up, Axicore.
He was in the first videos.
I mean, like in the streams. Sorry,
Oh,
I should have been
gotcha.
more specific there.
Just
If you
as
go
a-
and look at a bunch of the videos, he's in there.
A pitiable young girl who's dressed in tattered old rags. She ekes out her living by peddling wares into town on a daily basis. When this card is sent to the graveyard, and I'm just assuming like click on the link.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the
It ends the
beginning.
turn when they send it to the graveyard.
We're gonna do the beginning of this next chapter because I know what this chapter is. I think this is Green Door, right? Because if it's Green Door, yeah, I know exactly what it is. Chapter 4 is great. But yeah, you want to talk about like this game? This game and the Thousand Year Door really sold me on like how important the presentation of a game is. That's like one thing. One of the things I always talk about. Like, it doesn't have to be amazing graphics. It doesn't have to be amazing cutscenes. It doesn't have to be amazing anything. The combination of everything that makes that video game a video game has to be good enough to draw me into the game.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like like I can deal with like 20, 30-year-old games with like really shitty frame rates and stuff like that if there's something really cool about it.
Oh, I love that whole DMake style.
Yeah, no, it's great. I had so many cards in my school confiscated and never gave back that I can't remember what out of those was my favorite.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Do we want to do the Echo voice?
I would want to keep my cards with me all the time, and so I never got a binder full of sleeves that my siblings had. So I would just carry them in a rubber band with me, and I would lose chunks of decks all at once because I
Yeah.
would just forget them in places because I was a
Right.
kid.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to do the Echo?
Sure. No, that's yeah. Through the fierce battle against Francis, Tippy and the Mario gang grew closer. Behind a fourth door lay a whole new world that beckoned to them both. What awaited was vaster and stranger than anything they'd encountered so far. In order to claim the pure heart, they would have to endure new fart trials. Read it as fart, so I
I
stuck
wish
with
I had a fart. I wish I had a fart reverb sound effect.
farts and reverb are always better.
I was talking about that with I was in
It
Queen.
just sounds
I mean,
like really right.
no, because I'm in Queen Rowlet's stream and she has a bit redemption thing. I can spend money and just make a fart reverb sound effect. And I've been doing it. I did it when she was about to cry on stream from a game because she was like genuinely like in emotional distress. And I was just like, here's a fart reverb to make you not cry on stream.
For me,
Also-
that's like
The one place uncorrupted by capitalism.
just like immediately play the. That was not a reverb fart.
I believe we're in outer space.
oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were just saying you'd play the reverb fart after Tim Curry says that.
No,
Alert.
no. She was like in the middle of this really emotional scene and she started crying and I waited till like the perfect moment in the scene to play it. And then just dead silence, fart reverb.
Did you get her?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I was like, this is it. Because she's my friend. I don't want to see her sitting there crying. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to fucking play fart reverb sound effects to make sure you don't just bust out bawling on stream.
Bust down balling.
Fart with reverb is great. We also
It's
found a sound
fantastic.
effect that's just called blomp, not boo womp.
There's another
Blop.
video of a guy recording some. It's like recording in a stall, and the guy in the next stall over just goes, "Oh no!" and this huge reverb echoing. It's a natural reverb, like echoing off the tiles. Happens just like this stormy, just like explosion of this reverb, and then you just hear a woman like open the door of the men's room and be like, "Is everything okay in there?" It's such an amazing video. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It's
no.
one of my favorite like unstaged little moments of human history that got captured on film. It's funny to me.
My first Cyber Dragon, it wouldn't actually be until I was 17 or 18 before I started to get a real true Cyber Dragon. Oh yeah, Proto Cyber Dragon. That's a cool card. I like Proto Cyber Dragon. It's a nice art. Urube.
Cyber Dragon. I know Cybersaurus.
Yeah, there's Cyber Dragon was a little bit later, I believe.
Gotcha.
I didn't get super into Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of the cards that I had were like honestly second or third edition at most. But yeah, Stars Everywhere, I believe we're in outer space almost certainly.
I would love to be the art designer for a card game, but I don't really know if I would want to figure out. I mean, I'd want to. I don't know if I'd be good at figuring out a mechanic to invent, but I would love to do art.
Yeah.
That's always awesome to do.
Dude, that sounds like a good time to me.
When we were kids, oh man, I should see if I could dig up any. Not to like incense you with something that I might not be able to find, but we used to make, as kids, we used to make our own.
Yeah,
on index
I would do
cards.
that. I would do that.
And we would play games with literally 40 card decks of cards we'd invented.
Yeah.
We didn't quality control them.
No, of course not.
But even me and my brother were still pretty fair about like what attacks and defenses and things to give them.
Yeah, no, it's game design is such a fucking interesting thing to do, and like honestly, like,
and like our trap cards, I remember being like relatively fair. Sorry,
no, you're good. I was just gonna say props to anybody who goes and designs their own game, whether it's just making the art or whatever. Like, it's fucking hard, dude. But like, if you can get into it, go for it. It's cool.
Anything that you make.
Who wants to play the Dralna card game? Because I guarantee you it would be fucking atrocious.
Oh, I'd love that.
It'd be so bad.
Use all the lore.
The like three things of lore that we have.
The only monster on the field would be Fogglewhoop at any one point.
You have to kill the Fogglewhoop.
I'm the only OC that there is.
What troubles you, Mario? Ah, yes, of course. We seem to be lacking air. You need that, don't you? We're in space.
So Mario does have at least one weakness. Gracious me. What do I do? Let's see. Turn purple.
Mild panic. This card can instantly win the game. Yes. That's like my favorite thing. Like weird jank old shit. Yeah, I still happen to have like that card and have it. I have plenty of the old ones. It was there was a very funny tournament prize card. Dude,
this card can instantly win the game. Yeah, we never made anything like that as kids.
It's fun when you do that with enough restrictions to make it funny. Like if you win the game, but only if you have like 100 life points or something like that. Like exactly 100 life points.
I mean, we didn't come up with super complex.
Because that shit happened in Magic the Gathering. A lot.
Where you just like cheese certain things?
There's literally a card where it's an enchantment. If you play it and you have 1 life, at any point after that card hits the field, including immediately after it hits the field, you win the game. So the goal is to keep it in your hand until you're down to 1 life, and then you slap it down.
Oh, you have to have down to 1 life.
Exactly 1 life.
Gotcha. It's a reversal.
Yeah. It's a no you. There's also a card that literally just says, as long as this card's on the field, you can't lose the game. The problem is it's like the easiest thing in the world to destroy. But also that makes it way funnier than it should be. That is
funnier. I do like that idea. Because I could see somebody...
Because it's still a threat when it's on the field.
So, exactly.
But like if you have anything that's just like remove target artifact or remove target creature, it's gone. And those are like the
it's
easiest
like how
removal.
a pawn can take a queen or put the king in check. Actually, a pawn can't...
I don't really know how it got us all out of there. It just sort of happened.
I guess a pawn can't put a king in check because the king could just... Well, I guess any... Yeah, it would be in check, but the king could just kill the pawn.
This is the fishbowl.
Like, lord into something.
Victory Dragon. If it reduced your opponent's life points to 0, it would win the game. So basically, win you the game twice over in a best of 2 game setting. It is banned. Yes, Victory Dragon is a little stupid.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
If it was like best of 3, you would just win after 1 game.
Yeah, you just immediately like skip a game, basically.
That's funny. I never think of it like if you play this card, the next game he gets to kick you in the nuts.
That's like the opposite of how Magic the Gathering works. Anything that takes place outside of the game should not affect anything that's happening inside the game, unless it's a card that's letting you take a card from outside the game. But even that, in Magic the Gathering, you're limited to a 15-card deck from outside the game, your side deck.
I mean, it feels like a very hard card game rather than a soft card game. I'm not talking about difficulty. I'm talking about structure.
I know what you're talking about. The structure of Magic the Gathering is such that the rules are there, and they exist, and you follow the rules until a card says break the rules.
Gotcha.
And then you break the rules. Whatever the fuck the card says takes priority.
So it's hard but brittle.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's hard, but it's peanut brittle.
Oh, that was certainly hard work.
Oh.
I mean quick work. I mean soft work.
Have you already found the next pure heart? No, Mario almost suffocated in space, and then Tippy somehow performed magic bullshit.
The door led us to outer space.
I like how Tippy just...
Space? Were you corrupted by capitalism? That was an unwelcome surprise.
It's like the shittiest Tim Curry impression.
No, this is the tennis court.
Oh, yeah.
Play me, Trebek, on the tennis court.
Shitty fucking... No, not Liam Neeson.
It's specific. I'll be so surprised if you remember the SNL actor who plays the guy.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. It's
don't even tee that up.
It's Sean Connery as the person they're impersonating.
The day is mine, Trebek.
I don't think I ever actually saw that bit. I only ever heard it.
The Celebrity Jeopardy stuff?
Yeah, the Celebrity
It's
Jeopardy
a niche
stuff.
SNL guy.
It's
He's mainly known
yeah.
for doing Sean Connery.
I don't know jack shit about, like, SNL, really.
Okay. I shouldn't say he's niche. In terms of SNL stuff, he's not niche. But
Yeah.
in terms of knowing him in comedy outside of that, it's a guy called Daryl Hammond on SNL who played Sean Connery.
If you lose while this card is on the field, you kick your opponent in the nuts. Basically, that's how That's how Magic the Gathering works.
Well, some card games being made today will have things like that on the card that are like, if you throw this card at a player and they catch it, they lose a turn or something.
Okay, but that stems from a specific card in Magic the Gathering where that was actually a thing. There's a card called Chaos Meteor. It is banned everywhere, in every format.
Because it's too soft.
Period. It's very soft, and it's also kind of ableist, unfortunately, just due to the way that it's made.
Yeah, I guess that would be.
So Chaos Meteor, the way that it works is you have to pick it up, from a height over a foot over the field, and then the effect is, I forget how it works. I think it's an artifact that you like pay 3 mana, pick it up to over a foot over the field, and then drop it. Whatever cards it lands on are destroyed. Period.
Including your own.
Including your own. So some people got very good with Chaos Meteor, but it got to the point where opponents were so afraid of Chaos Meteor because it was like the only way to remove basically anything in the game if you were good at it.
People were buying it and tearing it up.
No. Although that comes into play later, funny enough. The card, it got to the point where people were playing with their cards pinned to fucking boards so that they couldn't get hit by the Chaos Meteor because it couldn't land on them because they were pinned to a wall.
They would play the game vertically.
Yes.
They would only play games vertically.
It got to the point where there was at least one instance of that happening. Then the card got banned, and then there's a set. So there's a set that gets released every couple of years. Well, not every couple of years, but there's a bunch of sets called the unsets. And the unsets are silver bordered cards. They're cards that are not legal in any tournament format because they're not black border or white border. White border cards.
Gotcha.
But so silver border cards include things that you couldn't normally put into the game, and they're just generally stupid.
Oh, they're like action replay cards.
Yeah, they're just like very goofy shit where it's
That's
like,
fun.
why does this exist? Like, if your opponent isn't wearing glasses, they can't hit this creature, shit like that.
That's fun. That's actually kind of funny.
It's very funny, and it's a good format, but one of the original uncards from, I think it was Unhinged, was a card called Chaos Confetti, where you literally take the card and just rip it to fucking shreds and throw it on the field, and whatever cards it hits are destroyed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, so it only could be played a couple
Once.
of times.
You only play it like once.
I'm hesitant with anything that like requires content to be destroyed, especially
Yes.
like content that there's a finite amount of.
Yes.
Um,
Well, Walker Pierce, it has to land on them. So you have to like somehow get it to sit. So if you throw it at a card like on like a cork board, it has to go through the card and pin itself to the back of the cork board.
could you throw it with a pin in it, and if it sticks in the dart, put a dart in it, and if the dart sticks,
I'd have to read how the card works, but like it has to be from a foot over the board, which means you would have to hold it up here and then 50 feet back so you could throw it from a decent position.
I'm burning up for you, baby.
Still talking about the
Just like writing it.
He's still talking about those.
Well, because I'm just imagining it, but like a magic card where it's like burning up for you, baby. Chaos Meteor thunks right into the board,
Oh no.
kills all the cards on the board.
But anyway, so Mario.
Message deleted. Is that a bot?
That was a bot.
Ah.
I mean, look at the name. That's not a pronounceable
Hey
name.
man, I don't want to, Not today, bot.
Not today. But yeah, if you had a space helmet, you'd be all right, I imagine. And you have one? No. Why the fuck would I have a space helmet?
Walker skeet shooting bot.
Got
him.
Pull.
I thought the game was calling me out
No.
because I was reading like as Luke in all caps.
Oh.
imagine
Something
something
like a
like
space
a
helmet would
space-
suffice. Okay, here comes one of my favorite things. I just so happen to. He's cleaning out space. Some random boy seemed more convenient than recycling it. So now we gotta go find something that would work as a space helmet, which he hasn't told us what it is, from a boy randomly in town.
Is it a fishbowl?
It is a fishbowl.
What's the fish gonna do?
It's gonna bowl.
Oh, is the fish gonna come with us? Like
it will.
Mario
maybe.
breathes the air portion of it, but the water stuff is still just like around his neck.
That'd be amazing.
That's funny too. That would be funny if that was the way they did it. And his
Chaos
hat
Mario.
is still in it.
Yeah, no, the hat's on top of the fishbowl now.
Chaos Mario. What did we do? Danger Mario.
Danger Mario.
Danger Mario.
Danger Mario is like the funniest way to play that game possible because you're constantly on like 5 to 1 HP and it's just nonsense. Here he is.
You're playing it fast and loose with that.
Did Merlon give you something like a helmet? You mean this fishbowl? Yeah, I kept it Captain Gills here in a cup, but then he got too big for it. Yeah, that's why I got real happy when I got this fishbowl. Thing is, now the captain's got so big, the bowl got too small for him.
Oh, so that's actually a problem with goldfish is that they won't be allowed to grow as big as they need to.
Yes.
When they're in a tiny bowl.
Yes. Hey, I know. Maybe you could find a nice place to set Captain Gills free for me.
Aw.
Captain deserves freedom. Then you gets the fishbowl. That's good, huh? But where can he go? I want to know is that he'll be nearby at all times. You got to help me.
Oh, dude, I 100% stand putting goldfish in ponds over
100%.
over bowls.
100%.
If you only have the choice between the two,
Yeah, put him in a fucking pond, man.
get a big aquarium or put him in a pond over
Yep.
over the tiny.
Yeah.
I've already given my goldfish rant, so I won't subject you to it again. But everyone knows
have you
my
talked about it
stance
on stream?
goldfish. I thought I did.
Did you? I don't remember.
But oh no, not my experiences with goldfish because I'm
Okay.
not going to go into all that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
my soapbox of like this is actually what fish require, and not enough people know it because
Yeah.
cartoons show goldfish in bowls.
Yep. Anyway, so I think the first time when I played this, I wasn't sure if there were multiple places you could release the captain at. So the captain's just sort of chilling here now.
Well, how low does it go?
I mean,
Okay, but it's someplace where that's cool. So, but the kid can still visit him,
yeah, the kid can still visit him.
That's nice.
We should probably go tell the
and
kid.
he can get bigger.
Yeah. Burning Mario Meteor emote when as soon as somebody gives me a good like visual representation of what you want out of that emote, because like we can just go rip something from Super Mario Strikers and it'll probably look fine. But as soon as somebody can give me a good visual representation of what that's supposed to be, I'll do up a shitty mock-up image and send it to Rish, and he'll do the emote probably.
I think there's a
Rish just does so many fucking emotes and like random stuff for me. Like he made me a new image of Fogglewoo the other day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, I said the other day, it was like 3 weeks ago, but still.
There's a clip in the anime for Pokemon that like they changed the generations of how they depict status effects in the anime. You gotta tell me where he is.
You don't gotta tell me where he is. I pretend he's still here.
Aw,
He's a good kid.
that's a good kid. So like a burn will just be represented as like a red mark on the skin sometimes.
Right, where the edit, yeah, where they're editing it over.
But in
Fiddy.
when they did the Sinnoh part of the anime,
4.
There's a clip in one of the episodes where Pikachu gets a burn from a Magmortar's flame body.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's represented is the way it is in the game where it does it every turn. So like every once in a while Pikachu just ignites into flame like the Human Torch and then goes back to being a regular Pikachu. It's so, like as
It's
an out
so
of context
jarring.
gift. As an out of context, I put the T at the end of GIF instead
Yeah,
of
the
context.
gift.
As an out of context gift rather than as an out of context GIF. Pikachu will just set a light and then turn back to normal.
Okay, now it's time for chapter 4.
It's so jarring.
We're not gonna do this all right now, but I'm gonna go find a save point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just realized the time. We should probably head out.
Want to use the helmet? You can choose not to use the helmet.
It's game over.
I think.
That's funny. Why can we get a little antennae on it?
Because that's neat.
Sure.
Anyway, so now we've got the helmet.
We got the pipe. We got the helmet.
Let's go back. Gen 4 anime was good. Infernape was insane in that show. I heard mixed opinions on Gen 4. I think people got upset because there was that trainer who just shows up with a Darkrai, and Ash just quits.
And a Latios.
And a Latios.
No, he doesn't quit. He fights to the bitter end, and Sceptile beats the Darkrai.
Right.
And Latios
He pulls
cleans
out the
up
Latios, yeah.
the last two.
It's like, what a fucking prick, dude. Why does this dude got 2 legendaries? There was another series where Ash just gave up. There's another series where Ash just like gave up in
really?
the middle of the anime. Yeah, I don't
Really?
remember what season.
Oh,
I
that
don't watch.
know.
I don't watch much of the Pokemon anime.
I know enough. I mean, I know the plot. Like, I watched enough of it as a kid.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, the cheater. The cheater. That's what everybody fucking calls him. Which understandable, honestly.
It's just an unfulfilling way to wrap up the show.
Oh,
'Cause you're
incredibly. It's like
We
there's
trained
no
so
big
hard.
final battle. There's no like, hey, there's just this really cool thing. Sorry you didn't make it. It's all good. You did a good job. Also, Ash just fucking sucks, apparently. Took him, what, like 10 years
grind
in-game?
so hard.
10 years in-universe?
I read a thing that said like it was a essay of like, here's why Ash should have won Gen 6's anime championship and not but it's a spoiler, I guess.
We're gonna get ready to finish up here. This
Not
is
a
the
different
BRB
one.
screen, but like,
Yeah, no, it's just interesting. Like there are ways, just because you're making like a episode each week type like mainstay show, you can still put things in there that are fulfilling.
oh yeah, 100%. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get too into this. shit right now.
It's too much of another separate.
Oops,
topic.
all legendaries. Yeah, exactly. The dude who uses every legendary on his team, aka every like 10-year-old that plays the game and has access to more than one legendary.
Thanks for having me, but I wish the championships treated them like UU tier
Yes, that would have been interesting.
if there was tiers.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, of course. Always happy to have you over. Always a
Thank you.
pleasure to hang with you. And
Oh yeah,
One
I
of-
have a ton of fun. I just get tired.
one of these days we just gotta hang without streaming, but you know what? We're having fun with this. So
Lately, we've been streaming when we hang out.
let's finish this up.
For mainly just because of Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, besides that, I'm busy. Like,
Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
We're all busy. We'll figure it out. But like, yeah, they did do it. He's now the champion of Alola and nowhere else.
okay, I didn't want to spoil that, but yeah, he is the champ. No, that's not true. He's the champion of the Orange Islands.
Oh, you're right. I forgot he did do Orange Islands. And like that, nobody fucking cares about that anyway, because that doesn't even exist.
But it corresponds to the Pokemon 2000 movie, which
Yes.
is still pretty metal.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Walker Pierce. Thank you for everybody who tuned in today. It was a good time. I still am unsure if I'm going to be wanting to stream on Sunday or if I'm just going to want some time to chill because I'm going to have a very busy weekend. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you on Sunday, I will see you next week for something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We might take a break from Super Paper Mario next week. Luke, just you and me hang.
Sure.
Cool. Well, I think we'll stick with that, and I might do something else. If not Friday night, we'll figure out some other night to hang out. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.